two UFC veterans who have battled in the light heavyweight division, and tonight, Steve Cantwell and Mike Micenzio meet at 185. But only one man will up their status in the middleweight division. Some fighters are at their best when their backs are pinned against the wall. Mike Micenzio and Steve Cantwell fit that description perfectly. And you can expect an all-out battle between these middleweights tonight. Making his 185-pound debut, Las Vegas' Cantwell is hoping for a career resurrection like the one being experienced by another former WEC light heavyweight champ, Brian Stann. Standing between him and victory, though, is New Jersey's scrappy Mike Micenzio, a blue-collar battler willing to take the fight wherever he needs to go in order to get the W. And with so much on the line, expect this fight to go everywhere before it ends. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight matchup. Micenzio, 28 years old, 3 years the elder of Cantwell, who will have a slight reach advantage. Here is Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Kerry Hatley.
Kerry Hatley, our referee for this middleweight fight. The beautiful Ariani. UFC back at Toyota Center, Houston, Texas.
All right, gentlemen, let's get things started. You ready to go? You ready to go? Let's go to work, come on.
Here we go. Blue trunks for Mike Micenzio, the southpaw. Black trunks for Steve Cantwell, the robot. The last WEC light heavyweight champion. Had a great trilogy with Brian Stann, completed with the battle inside the octagon.
So the real question here we're going to see is, can Cantwell hold this weight? You know, is it going to deplete him at all? So far, he looks fantastic physically. Doesn't look drained. Moving very well with his hands, and both guys are just kind of feeling each other out right now.
Good kick. Stann had some good slugfests and good battles with the All-American Brian Stann, so he's very confident in his hands. He has finished all of his wins by TKO or submission.
Yeah, Cantwell had two very good fights with Stann, and of course Micenzio was famously submitted by Stann with a triangle.
And in San Diego back in August of 2010, but a great battle. It was fight of the night, Joe. The finish didn't come till the third round. Quick kick with the lead leg by Cantwell. Right up the middle, he sees an opening. See if he tries to attack it again. There it is.
He's not extending that. He's sort of just poking it out there. He's finding his range right now.
He does finish on that combination. Micenzio, hands
Very
look good tonight.
today.
Yeah.
Aggressive
Hands
with
are
his
up
kicks
high.
as well.
And really coming forward when he throws his combinations. Changes levels. About 2 minutes into the first of 3 5-minute rounds. Ducks underneath the hook. Very technically sound striker is Cantwell, looking for the takedown.
And that's what Micenzio was looking for.
Yeah.
Cantwell stuffed it.
Nicely
Right
done.
hand.
Body
Very nice.
followed up by a big right hand. Started with the left hook to the body.
That was a very quick combination.
And as you said a second ago, Joe, it was earlier with those kicks trying to find his range. He did stepped into that one nicely.
Yeah, and you know, the left hook to the body was almost like he pulled it. Like, you know, he threw it, but really what he was doing was setting it up for the right hand. The left hook didn't really turn his body into it, but man, that right hand was clean.
Nice double jab by Micenzio. First one found a home.
I was just about to say I'm surprised Cantwell hasn't been attacking with the inside leg kick. You know, standing in that position against the southpaw, it's such an excellent attack, and right away he did it.
Something we will look for later on pay-per-view with Jose Aldo and Kenny Florian. Florian being the southpaw. Under 2 in round 1. Oh! Big right hand. That buckled him.
That was a brilliantly timed right hand.
Same spot as the one before with even more force, Joe. And again, he's attacking.
Beautiful kick to the body as well.
90 seconds, and Cantwell has Messenzio in trouble. See if he tries to connect with that right again. Uppercut. He sees that space up the middle. And he goes right up the middle.
Cantwell is finding his range, Mike.
Two big right hands rocked him.
Flying knee attempt.
Break. There we go, time.
Accidental.
Time. There we go. Good? There we go. You got 5 minutes, brother.
Clearly an accident. You know, they were just in the middle of a wild scramble here. He went for the knee and unfortunately caught him with the foot. And they're back.
You hear the corner Messenzio saying put him on his back. That might not have been exactly what they said, but you get the idea.
Beautiful combination by Cantwell.
And now he's closing him close to the fence here.
Nice elbow. Lead elbow. But Messenzio's deep on a single here. Let's see if he can complete it. No, Cantwell's turning to his back. Messenzio has to be very careful here. He's going to get crucifixed here.
And keep in mind, Cantwell, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, has great submission skills. They scramble to the feet.
Yeah, Cantwell's extremely well-rounded.
Again with the kick. Cantwell's found his range here in the second half of the round, Joe. 15 seconds. Nice straight left by Messenzio.
Okay, listen to the bell, man.
Same as you said, Joe. They're calling for that inside leg kick from the southpaw. Round one complete.
Excellent round for Steve Cantwell. And look at this. See how he barely hit him with the left, but that right was clean. But look at this right hand. Right over the top. Brilliant overhand right that really had Messenzio in trouble. Threw that high kick there. And there, a nice power kick to the body.
Good. Great round.
One kick, Nick.
Give me another round. Deep breath. When he starts to come in, you look for that short uppercut on either side. Drop your knees a little bit. You understand? Deep breath. Good.
Can't get tired. Turn
Good.
up a little harder.
You can't get tired. You're too animal for him. When he's backing up, he's doing it.
That's it. That's the only time you've done anything is when you're going back. Go forward. Every time, left, right, move, and then drop it. Take that step to the right and just let it go. Cover, shield up for that left hook.
Michael, angle on your shots. Got it? Not straight on.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Mike Messenzio, Steve Cantwell, set for the start of round number 2. Messenzio's corner telling him to take some angles on his shot and his takedown attempts. Cantwell so far looks very, very sharp at 185. Hands are just so tight, Joe.
Oh, man.
And that was almost an effortless kick by Steve Cantwell.
Yeah, what you're saying is he's not winding up. He's just throwing it out there.
Good use.
Messenzio's attacking.
Shot to the body.
Messenzio's got his hands connected here on this double. Look at this. Cantwell, though, is hitting that switch.
Don't grab the feet.
Trying to punish the body now. Oh, big shots to the ribcage.
Oh, man.
Messenzio trying to complete this takedown, but he's getting punished in the process. Oh, big shots.
Hammer fist and elbows. What is the referee complaining about? The spine?
Kerry Hatley, our referee. A minute into round 2. Messenzio in the blue, Cantwell in the black. Both men in desperate need of a victory tonight in the octagon. Both men very hungry. Combination. Messenzio a little wide. And Cantwell kept those hands tight. Look at how tight Cantwell is again.
It's very technical to stand up.
You get the moniker the robot when you watch him fight, Joe.
Well, One Kick Nick out of Las Vegas is really a famous Muay Thai trainer and has done a great job with such guys as Stephan Bonner and, of course, Cantwell and many others.
Also training as he sprawls nicely. Also training with Cantwell. Bonner, not the only member of Season 1 of the Ultimate Fighter cast. Alex Schonauer, also a partner of Steve Cantwell. 2 minutes into round 2. Battle at 185.
Oh, nice left hand by Macenzio.
And Macenzio scores some points in the second.
Another left hand by Macenzio.
Now the uppercut. Nice knee by Cantwell. The kick, that time Macenzio was well protected, and it did not come with the quickness that Cantwell threw it with earlier.
That was a hard one. Macenzio's been having some success with that left hand.
Very much so. Much more fluid here in round 2. Ducks under. Trying to set it up with the jab again.
Oh!
Big connection. And again with a lead left. Very good round 2 for Mike Macenzio. But again, stuffed on the takedown attempt, trying to finish the single here.
See if Cantwell rips the body from this position as well. If he gets a hand free. See Cantwell bleeding, Mike. All over the back of Macenzio. Now Macenzio, whoop,
yeah,
we got out of it.
Another good job on the takedown defense of Cantwell. But Macenzio having success on the feet.
Again.
Pushing forward, left hand. This is an equally impressive second round for Mike Macenzio, who's bloodied up Cantwell.
The body by Cantwell.
The nose of Cantwell. Definitely jacked up from the hands of Mike Macenzio, and again.
And Macenzio ate that right hand and came right back with his own punch.
Good battle here in round 2. Macenzio answered the big round 1 of Steve Cantwell. Head kick. And with the left. Nice knee. But Macenzio finishes with a left hand. 10 seconds. The master disaster with a big round 2.
A much, much better round for Mike Macenzio. He got a lot of good shots off in that round. And Cantwell started off with this high kick. And that was a fake front kick roundhouse kick. It was coming up like a front kick. Oh.
Get that combo, man. You got 5 minutes, man.
Drink of water, a little drink of water. Listen, you got dog in you, let's go. Hold on. Listen, we gotta go forward. Can't let this guy rally on you, okay? Deep breath, you've been here before. Deep breath.
Breathe.
He left follow up. Don't try to take him down against the cage. Punch him. He does not want to fight off the cage. He doesn't want to fight going backwards. Do it. You got this. This is your fight.
Very interesting. Macenzio's corner does not want him to try to take him down. He was having so much success with these left hands. And here you see it again. Look at that. Boom. Right past the guard of Cantwell and really turned it into a brawl, Mike. Cantwell much prefers fighting on the outside, fighting technically. But when Macenzio comes at him, Cantwell was having problems.
Gentlemen, third round. Let's go, come on.
Third and final round. What a way to start things off Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. 1-1-2. Uppercut. Macenzio really comes out to a quick pace here in the third.
And you heard Nick. Nick in his corner wants Steve Cantwell to push forward. He doesn't want to get backed up.
Don't let him rally here, and that's exactly what Macenzio is attempting to do.
Nice knees.
And let's keep an eye on Cantwell here in the third round. His first fight at 185.
Good point. Let's see how much weight he cut, how much this is going to affect him. Macenzio's been here many, many times.
Cantwell, after his fight with Stan, was out for a long time, fixing up his knee. And again, Joe, I think you described it perfectly. In a technical striking matchup like we saw in round 1, advantage Cantwell. In more of a brawl, round 2, advantage Mesenzio.
Yeah, well, what happened was Mesenzio got a few of those in and then got confident, and it seemed to upset the rhythm of Cantwell, and that's what you see here.
Saw some of Mesenzio's training partners earlier, and they said, yeah, we're going to put him on his back, try to beat him up. That's not what happened, greatly due to the takedown defense of Cantwell, but Mesenzio sticking with it on the feet. Good shots again to the midsection of Mike Mesenzio by the robot Steve Cantwell. Mesenzio 12 wins in his career, Cantwell 7. Cantwell was actually 21 years old when he left with the WEC light heavyweight title in 2008. He was just 21. Oh, left hand again. That uppercut's working over and over. Now he wants the leg. If it's a lead uppercut or a follow, Mesenzio coming right up the middle with great success.
Kimura attempt here, and he fell to his back.
Mesenzio is also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Both men, good grappling skills.
Looking for an armbar, and look at that, Mesenzio right away knew exactly what was coming, popped out of it. Very good awareness by Mesenzio. Mesenzio let him up, though. I'm surprised at that.
Cantwell again trying to set things up with the jab and come forward. Past the midway point of the third and final round, straight left.
He's just standing in front of Mesenzio. Yes. Mesenzio attacks. It's like he's freezing up a bit.
Couldn't connect fully with that one. Oh!
He's hurt.
Another big uppercut and the kick. That uppercut has been his punch.
Oh! Mesenzio's all over.
Mesenzio looking for the finish here. Knee by Cantwell.
And Mesenzio is down deep on the legs here, but it looks like he's not going to get it. Good defense by Cantwell. Guillotine attempt. Standing guillotine, he let it go, knee.
Mesenzio quickly out of harm's way. 140. See if he goes to the uppercut again.
Cantwell's fighting with a broken nose. It's pretty obvious.
And that occurred in the second round, Joe.
Yeah, it's smashed and it's leaking. And it's giving him a lot of problems. He keeps touching it.
Straight left, followed by a right. It's Mesenzio just slogging away.
Well, when he gets him hurt like that, he really has got to jump on him.
Uppercut again.
Cantwell's freezing up like this. When Mesenzio swarms, Cantwell freezes up a bit.
Now the jab connects. Under a minute. Mesenzio with another good round. Underneath. Cantwell's out of gas. That and a broken nose.
He truly is.
Yeah,
it's the broken nose for sure. He's only able to get air in through his mouth right now. Nice knee.
30 seconds.
Mesenzio on top here. Mesenzio might steal this fight, Mike.
Big second round, very good third round. Mesenzio owns wins over Dante Rivera, who was on The Ultimate Fighter years ago, but more notably, Dan Miller, another New Jersey native. Final seconds of the fight. Mesenzio trying to earn the victory. Watch out! Final seconds. That's it. Huge first round by Cantwell, but man, the old cliche, answer the bell. Man, didn't Mesenzio do that.
Yeah, Mesenzio really made some good adjustments and turned that second round into a brawl. And here you see, nice right hand uppercut, and he landed several very good left hands. There's the left uppercut. There's a straight left behind it, a straight right. There's that uppercut again. when Macenzio was brawling, when he had Cantwell backing up, Cantwell was covering up and freezing in anticipation of the barrages.
Cantwell very effective early in the fight with his technical striking. Big right hand that buckled him in the latter part of round 1. Heavy kicks to the body and to the head. Did some damage to the ribs, but was it enough? And at the end of the fight, he was trying to lock in a submission, but simply too late to give it a shot. And Macenzio also, as I said, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Judges have rendered their decision, and here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, the master of disaster, Mike Macenzio.
Unanimous decision victory for Mike Macenzio.
Yeah, baby.
Good job, buddy. Good stand up. It's right there.
Returning to the UFC for the first time in 17 months and now competing in the octagon at 185, Eric Schaefer hopes to avoid getting run down by the A-Train, Aaron Simpson. Plagued by injuries and being an undersized 205-pounder during his last UFC stints, Milwaukee submission specialist Eric "Red" Schaefer returns to the octagon tonight, not only with his world-class ground game, but in a new division as he looks to tackle the best middleweights in the world. Fitting that description is Aaron Simpson, winner of back-to-back bouts over Mario Miranda and Brad Tavares, that reminded his opponents that not only do they have to fear his knockout punching power, but that they still have to respect his stellar wrestling acumen. Which plan of attack will the A-Train bring? Expect Schaefer to be ready for it all. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight matchup. Eric Schaefer fighting at 85 for the first time in the UFC, 3 years younger than Simpson. Everything else, the height a bit different, but everything else pretty identical. Here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jacob Montalvo.
Jacob Montalvo, our referee. Ariani, Shondella, Vanessa Hansen here tonight as we get set to start things out. Another battle at 185. Black trunks for Red Schaefer, white trunks, the kilted trunks for Aaron Simpson.
Well, what's really interesting about this fight for me, Mike, is that Aaron Simpson is such an elite grappler, such an excellent wrestler, and Eric Schaefer is so good at submissions, so good at sweeps. The real question is, will Simpson choose to use his wrestling to keep the fight standing?
Oh, uppercut! Oh, he's run!
Schaefer's in trouble
Trying
right
to
away.
finish his fight quickly.
He's in trouble
The
right away.
A-Train all over him.
Schaefer's trying to get a hold of the legs of Aaron Simpson, but Aaron Simpson moving very well.
We talked about the heavy hands, not just heavy, but quick and explosive hands of Aaron Simpson.
And Schaefer's up, but he's got to still be a bit wobbly from that.
And for Simpson, he wisely didn't force the finish, especially just seconds into the fight. Bloodied up under the left eye is Red Schaefer.
Yeah, Simpson's showing very good patience, good composure, and that comes with experience.
And Schaefer really staying on the outside. But with that dynamic shot of his and great footwork, Simpson's going to try to explode in like that. Aaron Simpson, Red Schaefer, Toyota Center, Houston, Texas. Lead left hook. Schaefer has his own gym in Milwaukee, Wisconsin now. Trained with Duke Rufus for many years. Trained sometime at Team Death Clutch with Pat Barry and Brock Lesnar. That big overhand right again by Simpson, that time off the shoulder. Now down the middle and over the top.
And Schaefer's trying very hard to turn this into a grappling match. but he is unable to. In this moment here, though, when they're close together, this is Schaefer's chance. Just anything, drag it to the ground, be on the bottom. You know, when he gets close enough to Aaron Simpson to touch him and grab a hold of him, even briefly for a moment, he's got to grab a hold of his neck and pull guard. He's got to do something. He's probably not going to take Aaron Simpson down straight away unless Simpson is tired or if he catches him punching.
Missed with the uppercut. It's the old adage of use your wrestling in reverse, right, Joe?
Yeah, this is Chuck Liddell style.
Yep. Very strict diet of vegetarian is Simpson, much like Fitch and Danzig, Jake Shields. Danzig is really taking it to the next level. His wife's a longtime vegetarian as well. Simpson is just truly an elite athlete, always has been. Schaefer trying to find his range with his stand-up. Again, a flurry.
Oh, big uppercut. That right hand got through very hard for Simpson.
Yeah, this fight is at Simpson's pace.
Yeah, Simpson is absolutely controlling it, absolutely doing what he wants to do, which is force Eric Schaefer to stand with him. And you see all the swelling on Schaefer's face, and Simpson really is yet to be touched.
Missed with the right, and look at that, you get 3 in return. You throw a right, you leave it out there, and you get 3 in return on the counter. And again, 1, and you get 4, 5, 6, 7 shots.
Shots to the body.
Yeah, Schaefer's throwing that shot, leaving it out there, Joe, and Simpson's jumping on the counter. Great combinations early by Aaron Simpson.
Well, this is so far a brilliant game plan by Aaron Simpson. He recognized the very obvious hole in Schaefer's game, which has always been a stand-up. His ground game is outstanding. But of course, Aaron Simpson is able to force this fight into his realm and keep it on the feet.
Right hand by Simpson, countered by 3 by...
Man, wow. He is just hammering Eric Schaefer.
Looks very, very sharp.
I like it, Aaron.
Footwork looks cleaner than it ever has been for Simpson.
Well, he's very confident that his stand-up is much better than Schaefer's. He's not worried about the stand-up of Schaefer. This is really a perfect fight for him.
Trains at his own gym with his ASU teammates and former students and wrestlers, Bader, Dalloway, Seth Baczynski, and Gilbert, Arizona at Power MMA. 10 seconds left in round 1. The A-Train.
Very, very nice opening round for Aaron Simpson, and this is what it was all about. The power punches of Aaron Simpson. Look at that uppercut, has Schaefer in all sorts of trouble. Had him very close to going out with that uppercut. And look at these body shots. Just holding on to him, dirty boxing 101. And anytime Schaefer tried to take it to the ground, it was immediately rejected.
You're gonna knock this dude out. Overhand is there all day. Hey, and I like that jab to the body.
Hey, he's tired. Come here.
Look, yeah, his weight cut's hitting him now.
Okay? Start letting those hands go a little bit, right? If you see that opportunity, let's take it to the mat.
Stay in.
Okay?
Keep your hands up. Keep them tight.
All right.
Stay off that back foot.
Right.
Stay off that back foot.
You're getting planted on that back foot, right? And then he's unloading, right? Keep moving. Here we go, Red. Here we go.
Joe, just what we talk about when a man moves to a new division, even the corner Simpson saying his weight cut is hitting him now.
You know, they were saying that, but quite honestly, I think it's the punches.
Yeah.
I don't think Schaefer looks drained. I think he looks healthy. But he's just eating bombs over and over again. And his stand-up, quite honestly, is fairly rudimentary.
And as you said, we've seen Schaefer try to get things to the ground and use his great grappling skills before and not been able to do so and had to pay the price because of that.
I mean, he's never even gotten past step 1. He's clinched him for a couple seconds, and that's all he's been able to pull off. You know, this is a kickboxing match now, and Eric Schaefer is just not as good with his stand-up as Aaron is.
And the beauty of it, though, Joe, looking for the knockout. The beauty of it, and the beauty of mixed martial arts, it's a kickboxing match between a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and an All-American wrestler.
Yeah.
The ever-evolving game, which is contested inside the octagon.
And now Eric Schaefer, the left side of his face is a mess. A big swell.
Oh, nice. Did connect with that left hook.
Yeah, he did.
And we wondered what would be the game plan for Simpson. Be a wrestler or be a striker, and we got the answer quickly. He wants to be a striker. And again with that overhand right. Schaefer'd like to land just one big shot and kind of stun and slow the A-Train. 90 seconds into the round. You know, he tried to go power to power with Chris Lieben, did Simpson. Then he fought against one of his best friends, Mark Munoz, who he actually defeated in wrestling years ago. And since then, Simpson's really been a man on a mission, and you can see the continued training and the broadening of his game.
And as we said, this is really stylistically a perfect showcase
Yes.
for him tonight. I wonder what Eric Schaefer's game plan was coming in here. You know, I doubt that it would be to stand up, but it doesn't seem that he's doing anything to stop that vicious
He's just laying into the body, trying to finish it. Simpson originally was to fight Nick Catone, who's a wrestler, you know, got great wrestling skills from New Jersey. Gets Schaefer, and he's really, as you said, showcasing some of his newfound skills. Nearly at the midway point of the fight.
Those hooks to the body were just absolutely ruthless by Simpson.
Again.
He caught him with that little left hook, but it just doesn't have enough on it to get Simpson's attention.
Fighter who's embraced the grind of wrestling his whole life. Again, body, head.
I'm surprised we're not seeing any kicks out of Eric Schaefer. You know, tempt Aaron Simpson into taking him down. Throw some kicks. Especially head kicks. I mean, it's basically been a boxing match.
And you know, it's been said by Matt Hughes, Goldie, man, I'd love to knock somebody out, but man, when I see a leg, I can't resist it. It's instinct. So like you said, throw that kick. Maybe you will get Simpson to take you down and at least try to submit him, right?
Yeah.
Even off your back.
It seems to me that when they get close, he's not even trying to take Aaron down. He's just grabbing him and trying to knee him.
Just over 90 seconds on the clock here in the second round.
He's got a decent left hook.
Yes.
He's doing well with that. Oh, man. Oh, that one gave him chicken legs.
I'd like to see Schaefer follow up that lead left hook that's connecting.
He just keeps getting tagged by Aaron Simpson. It's that right hand that keeps landing, and the left side of Eric Schaefer's face is a mess because of it.
6 of 9 wins in his career have come by knockout. Aaron Simpson, again using the Chuck Liddell style of utilize your wrestling in reverse. 45 seconds on the clock here in the second. Simpson looking for his 3rd straight UFC win. Knee just missed. 30.
Simpson's slowing down a bit, Mike.
Yes.
He definitely seems to be pacing himself towards the end of the second round.
Schaefer might have gotten his attention with that left hook, Joe.
And again, he tries that knee, and Simpson's pulling away from it.
Oh! Final seconds of the round. Big right hand by the A-Train.
Wow. I'll tell you what, Eric Schaefer can take a punch. He takes a hell of a punch.
It is there all day, man, all day.
And this is, you know, the story of that round and this fight so far is the power punching of Aaron Simpson, that uppercut brilliantly placed. And there's another right hand right through the guard. And look at these body shots, just vicious hooks and uppercuts to the body. And here's the end of the round. Clean right hand takes the legs away of Eric Schaefer. And Aaron Simpson looks to finish.
All right. We gotta go.
Okay?
We gotta go now, all right?
Keep
Start
your chin
throwing those
down.
combos, solid combos, and take them down to the mat. All right? Throw those combos. When the head comes down, take them down to the mat.
The beautiful Vanessa Hansen, discovered in Huntington Beach, California during the Trans World Surf Magazine model search. Vanessa, along with the lovely Shondella, beautiful Ariani, Schaefer and Simpson.
Third round, guys. Fight!
5 minutes remain in this fight.
Tell you what, Eric Schaefer is tough as nails because this guy has had some serious punches landed on his face, ripped to his body, and he's still here pressing the action in the third.
Third straight wrestler that he's battled in the octagon. Ryan Bader, of course, one of the training partners, and he was his former coach, was Simpson. Jason Brills, and now Aaron Simpson at 85, but this has been far from a wrestling match.
Hands up there, let's go. Shot.
Simpson trying to calculate his opportunities and avoid having one big swing change the fate of this fight. Oh, and again. Gonna look for that overhand right. As corner said, it's there all night long. Simpson to the body.
Much more measured in this third round.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, Joe, he started to be much more measured at the end of the second round as well. And he knew there were just a few seconds left in the round when he threw that big right hand.
Well, he's thrown so many power shots, too. You got to wonder whether or not he's hurt his hands.
Yeah, he's landed a ton, especially to the face of Eric Schaefer.
To the face, the forehead, to the body, to the elbows.
Great
and,
point.
When you're hitting a guy in the elbows and the forehead, that's when it's the opportunity to break your hands.
Set up with the jab.
I don't know what Schaefer, what his game plan is, what he's thinking in his mind, if he's just in survival mode or if he's just trying to make a fight out of it. But to win this fight, he's got to do something radically different.
Well, any game plan he might have had was changed drastically, Joe, when Simpson connected just seconds into the fight. Because he might have thought, man, I can really strike with this guy. You get rocked early, Randy Couture, Tim Sylvia. All of a sudden, the entire fight goes differently. Simpson slipping the little pawing jab of Red Schaefer. Just over 2 on the clock.
Oh!
That off the arm, though. Yeah, lead left hook, but no follow by Schaefer.
Yeah, and when he throws his right hand, he doesn't step in with it. He doesn't turn his hips over. He doesn't push his shoulder forward. It's like he throws it short.
Uppercut.
A lot of people, when they're learning how to strike or when they're not, that proficient at it, they feel much more confident throwing the lead hand than they do stepping in with the backhand and leaving in those openings, especially after he's tasted all the shots of Aaron Simpson.
Oh, mighty head. Body with the right, left hook. Schaefer still on his feet.
That Schaefer will make you lose confidence in your punching power.
No question. And that's one thing that Simpson has displayed.
Yeah, I mean, Simpson has been taking guys out with power shots since the moment we saw him in the octagon, and now here he is throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Red Schaefer, dropping him, knocking him down. Doesn't matter. Plods forward.
And a knockout of the night in his UFC debut did Simpson back in April of 2009. 40 seconds remain in this fight. There's that lead left hook again.
No kicks.
Nope. Not one by either man, right?
I don't remember one.
10 seconds.
Which surprises me about Simpson, too, you know? I mean, I guess he doesn't want Schaefer to take him down, but he's so confident in his wrestling.
We go the distance. Aaron Simpson and Red Schaefer in the middleweight division. Ton of heart, ton of guts displayed by Red Schaefer, but all A-train tonight.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. It was really target practice for Aaron Simpson. Just really imposed his style, imposed his game on Eric Schaefer, who had almost nothing for him. Other than a few left hook leads, there really wasn't much that Schaefer could get off, and Aaron Simpson just landed bombs like this. Amazing chin on Eric Schaefer, amazing ability to absorb punishment, but it was the Aaron Simpson show.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score this contest 30-27 on all cards for a unanimous decision for the winner, Aaron A-Train Simpson.
3 straight UFC wins for Aaron Simpson. Quietly making a name for himself in the mixed martial arts world, Darren Elkins has won 4 of his last 5 fights, including UFC victories over Dwayne Ludwig and Michihiro Omagawa. But this featherweight on the rise knows that life at 145 pounds will keep getting tougher. And for proof, he can just look at tonight's opponent, Tietran Zhang. A Chinese fighting pioneer, Zhang followed up his run in the WEC with a lightning-fast 48-second submission of Jason Reinhardt in his UFC debut. And as soon as he's called the battle against Elkins, you can expect to see him to try to end things quickly with his deadly submission game. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight fight. Zhang, 33 years old, 6 years the elder of Darren Elkins, who is 2 inches taller, will have a 2-inch reach advantage. And once again, here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, our referee. The beautiful Ariani, set for the start of this featherweight fight.
Let's go fight, guys.
Here we go. Zhang in his red UFC trunks. Black trunks for Darren Elkins.
Oh, right away. Quick combinations by Zhang.
And again with that lead uppercut, Joe.
Oh, that is nasty. Elkins drops down for a double, but doesn't catch it. Is caught in a guillotine.
Trying to choke him out.
Has a nasty one.
Trying to finish this fight right here.
This is exactly how he caught Jason Reinhardt.
That one took 48 seconds.
Elkins is trying to power out of it. Zhang scrambles though, and he's trying to get to full guard. He wants to get his right knee up. He's in half guard now. He lost the position. You can still finish in half guard, but it's much more difficult. He no longer has the hand underneath the chin.
Nice job by Darren Elkins early.
Good positioning by Elkins, and Zhang gets back to full guard.
Now Elkins on top, postured up with ground and pound.
Good right hand by Elkins that got through.
This is the toughest opponent, Darren Elkins, that Tietran Zhang has faced. 18-1 in his MMA career, 10 wins by submission. 1-0 at 145.
Elkins looking to throw those legs to the side and drop that punch down.
Yeah, wants to do some damage here. Winner of 4 of his last 5 is Elkins. So 18-1 against 13-2. Good matchup.
Good ground and pound by Elkins.
The choke attempt transitioned to the ground game, and it turned into Elkins in top position, trying to score from the guard. And now looking to move it aside again. Half guard. Elkins training with the Carlson Gracie team in MMA in Maryville, Indiana. The late, great Carlson Gracie, longtime trainer Stephen Bonner. Born and raised in Hobart, Indiana, Elkins.
Zhang seems to me uncomfortable off of his back, Mike. He's not nearly as active as he should be in this position. He's just kind of hanging on here, trying to get it back to full guard. Well, he's got an underhook now. Nope, he lost it. And oh, look at this.
Trying to crank
potential neck crank here.
Yeah, trying to crank the neck.
That's an interesting position. Very rarely do you see that.
Good control on the ground for Elkins.
Yeah, Elkins
trying to pass to full.
Is handling Zhang.
Yeah.
Good elbow there by Elkins. And he's Zhang tries to get that right knee up, but Darren stuffs it. Zhang needs some work on fighting off his back. Every time Darren Elkins lifts that right arm up, he should be stuffing his left arm under and catching that underhook on the left side. That way he will be able to stand up, even from half guard. Oh, Elkins moves to full mount. Nicely done by Darren Elkins. And he's got the back now.
Now it's Elkins looking to finish.
Zhang's in trouble here.
Elkins, 5 wins by TKO, 5 by submission. 2 of those due to strikes, though.
Well, I certainly see a clear advantage in grappling going to Darren Elkins here. Just really controlling Zhang, doing pretty much what he wants to do with him. Turning to the back. Yeah. And Zhang looks, as I said, he does not look comfortable on the ground.
Zhang trying to keep that chin tucked, Joe, and avoid getting choked out here.
He's getting flattened out here, too.
And now he's locking in the body, trying to crank and finish this fight.
Oh,
big
man.
ground and pound, got
Elkins.
The body lock too. Now he's got the hooks in, Joe, yeah.
He's got the hooks in, and Zhang rolls over to his side, and then he pulls him in his back. And, you know, every time Zhang makes an adjustment, Elkins is able to hold on to him, and now he was under the chin there briefly. Oh, now he's attacking the foot. Zhang is trying to get him in a foot lock because Elkins crossed his legs.
Yep.
Zhang is trying to break his foot by pulling down the way he triangled his feet like that.
40
it's like
seconds.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 101. You're not supposed to lock your legs together when a guy has your back.
Again, trying to lock him down.
Now he got his legs free, Elkins did, and he turned it into a triangle, holding the body. And, you know, Zhang did the right thing, which is he rolled his body towards the direction where the triangle is locked, but not much time here.
Yeah, Zhang might get out of this round, although after the initial choke attempt, it's been all Elkins.
Well, when you see these punches coming, it's very obvious that Darren Elkins' arms are tired now.
Yeah.
He's been squeezing and pushing and controlling and grappling this whole round. And now these punches are coming very slow.
Guys.
And there you see Tiatren Zhang. Looks like a tight guillotine here. Looks fairly close. He felt like he had it, so he dropped down with it. But it was all Elkins after that. And here's this strange neck crank that Elkins is trying to pull off here. Didn't quite get it, but did get Zhang flattened out on his back. Got full mount, got his back, had the hooks in, dropped some serious ground and pound on him, had several choke attempts. Really an excellent round for Darren Elkins.
Okay. Yeah. Anytime you get a chance to take him down, just do it.
Seconds out, let's go. Keep pressing, he's breaking.
Round 2.
All right. You ready?
Now let's see if Zhang tries to establish his stand-up game and maybe not go for the early takedown as he did somewhat with the choke, Joe. He's trying to finish it, but it ended up a battle on the ground.
Yeah, he thought he had it, so he stuck with it. But look at this. Again, he goes for it again.
He has a nasty
That is his go-to move, man. Oh, look at that. Nice adjustment. Elkins stuck his arm through, and Zhang adjusted. But now, Elkins rolls over, and he's on top again.
Very similar to round 1.
Elkins has a potential guillotine here, Mike. He's got his left arm underneath the chin of Zhang. And Zhang is trying to wind up on top, but Elkins easily rolls him over. As we said after the first round, clear grappling advantage to Darren Elkins.
And you can tell he's a much bigger fighter after they both made 145. He's the much bigger man in there.
And he's got him flattened out again, got the back again. This is right where we were in the second, excuse me, in the first.
Big challenge tonight, the toughest opponent he's faced in Elkins. 13-2 overall, fourth fight in the UFC for damage. He likes the guillotine and the rear naked choke.
And it's really the same way this went to the ground in the second. He went for that guillotine, couldn't get it. Elkins defends and winds up on top.
Now he's got 3.5 minutes to try to finish it, as opposed to, well, he had about that much time in the first round too, actually.
And Zhang is again trying that foot lock. He doesn't have that anymore. And he's Elkins is trying to switch to a triangle. And he just turns him over, and now he's mounting him. He's got the back again. And he's got him in half guard now. Zhang adjusted. But as I said, when I saw him on his back in that first round, I'm like, I don't like the way he's moving. He's not moving like a person who's comfortable attacking from that position. Or even, quite honestly, like a guy who's good at defending in that position. He's just kind of hanging on.
Elkins, an incredible wrestler in the state of Indiana, 191-9 in his high school career, four-time champion, two-time Greco state champion.
And that was an easy guard pass right there by Elkins. Zhang literally let him do it.
He's up.
And he's up.
Let's see if Zhang again looks to establish his kickboxing skills. If he can, as Elkins looks for the single. And Zhang looks for the choke.
Again, Zhang, this time he's got nothing in his arms. His arms are rubber, and when he went to make that choke, really did not have the strength to try to squeeze.
You could play those three transitions, Joe, and they would look almost identical. Beginning of the first, beginning of the second, and again right there.
You're absolutely right. You would think that Zhang would let that go.
Right.
You know, utilize his stand-up. He has excellent stand-up.
2 minutes.
Straight down. Good, yes, straight down. Good. Good, yes. Again.
Hammer fist. Trying to control the posture.
Good, elbow to the body.
He's got that leg stuck, half guard.
Straight to mouth.
They want Elkins to try to advance his position and go to the mount and finish this thing.
Well, you know, that would be a good move, but he hasn't really been able to do that yet. He's been able to get, oh, look at this. Zhang rolled him. Nice explosion from Zhang.
And Joe, you pointed out that Elkins was throwing some heavy ground and pound, and that the pace might have slowed at the end of the first, but he's able to reverse right back here.
Instant reversal. As we said, he's clearly the superior grappler. I like those knees to the body.
First one connected with a lot of force. Second one, Zhang got his arm down in time, but it still hurts the arm, let alone the rib cage. 45 seconds, all Elkins here in the second. Yeah, and right in front of his corner, too.
Zhang explodes again, tries to get back to his feet, but Elkins adjusted nicely.
30.
Tie up that wrist. Stand behind him and let those hands go. Come on, guys, let's go. Keep moving. Darren, I want a real high pace, 20 seconds on him. Let those hands go. Let's get a lot of damage. Keep
10 seconds.
9 seconds. That body.
More damage here in the second for Elkins.
Two rounds should be in the bag for Elkins, but unable to to finish Tien Zhang.
All right.
Had him in some bad spots.
Got 5 more minutes. You're looking great. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey. Same thing. Take him down. Take him down whenever you want. Keep him deep. Take him down. Stay a little bit busy. Stay a little bit busy, okay?
Yeah. A little bit cautious on that guillotine there. Expose yourself a few times. Yeah. Like he said, a little busier. Just get a little more activity out. Watch crossing your legs when you get that rear mount.
Get him against the fence. Trap his knees to his butt. Posture up so you can hit on him, okay?
Five minutes.
Let's go. Last round. You ready? Let's go fight, guys.
Remain in this fight.
If I was in Zhang's corner, I would try to get him to stand up only. Do not dive on that guillotine. Just sprawl and work your stand-up as he eats at Darren Elkins' right hand.
And Elkins looking for the shot early. And again, stuffed.
But Aaron's got that single now, and Zhang drops down for the guillotine again.
But maybe he'll finish it.
Maybe. It looks pretty tight.
Yeah.
Now it looks pretty good.
Looking to finish this fight.
He's got it under the jaw now, Mike. This is a much better position. Elkins rolls. Nicely done.
That was tight. That was the tightest of the attempts.
Yeah, that was certainly the closest. And at least Zhang is on top now. But look at this. Elkins got a hold of his legs, and he's going to dump him. And turns the corner nicely and winds up in Zhang's guard. And we're back to square one.
It's like deja vu all over again. Big test tonight for Tietren Zhang. He's tried to finish with his ultra-dangerous guillotine on frequent occasion, but it's always turned out to be this. A lot of damage by Darren Elkins in the ground and pound.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of amazed that Zhang has such a tight guillotine, but yet not much else. He's not doing anything else offensively from his back. You know, you would think a guy who's got that kind of a ground game where he's got one, you know, laser sharp technique, that he would have some other stuff to go to, but he's got nothing. Like right now, he's in a position to go for a deep half. If he underhooks with his right arm, the way the half guard's in place, he could be able to sweep or go out the back door, but he's not even looking for it. He gets some space. Look at Elkins passes like nothing, like a hot knife going through butter. No hip escape, no adjustment. No pushing the hands on the hips and pushing his body away. And look, when he rolls over, this is really rudimentary stuff. He turned into half guard at least. But you know, that's really kind of, Elkins was pounding on him, kind of let him do it.
Elkins has been able to be effective with his ground and pound from in the guard, in the half guard though.
Yeah, well, despite the shortconings of Tietren Zhang, you've got to praise the grappling of Elkins. He's really had several great moments in this fight, has controlled the majority of the fight, and has the few times that Zhang has had success, he's defended and he's moved the grappling into a position where he's in a superior spot. You know, Zhang is complaining about getting hit in the back of the head. What he should be doing is just exploding out of there and trying to finish this fight. Don't worry about back of the head punches, man. You're getting killed. And now Darren has the body lock. And Zhang he's educated on the ground because when Darren gets that body lock with the triangle, he always rolls towards where the triangle's connected, which puts a lot of pressure on the ankle and the foot. It's very hard to keep it connected that way. So he is educated in it, but he needs a lot more work on his ground game.
Elkins trying to go to 2-0 at 145. And it has been all Darren Elkins, born and raised in Hobart, Indiana, tonight here in Houston, Texas.
And Elkins should consider, you know, as he's defending, he's exposing arms. You know, Elkins, I'm sure he has a good rear naked choke, but man, that arm right there, like, see how he's got that left arm hooked? If Elkins just lets go of that body lock and turns that into an arm bar, use that left hook, that left attachment. Oh, now he's going under the chin.
Wants the rear naked.
Yeah, he does, but he's good at defending. Tietren Zhang's good at defending. But when Elkins, you got to be able to switch. When he gets those underhooks in that arm, he's essentially isolating that arm. Zhang's hands aren't connected. If he's just quick enough to switch his hips and turn it into an arm bar, he can't do that, though, while he's got the body triangle on. He would have to let go of that and go to the traditional two hooks position. but you know, it's there for him. I would like to see him try. He's got such a huge edge in the grappling. I don't think this guy can reverse him. Even if he went for the armbar and wound up on the bottom, I think he could switch it right back.
Well, we saw earlier in the fight, Zhang did reverse, and it really was instantaneous. Instantaneous.
Yeah, Elkins is way better on the ground, and you know, Zhang is in a position where he's just defending.
Yep. And the size and strength advantage aided the dominant ground game of Elkins here tonight against Tiatren Zhang.
Got his shirt?
You got a shirt?
And this was the tightest choke attempt by Tiatren Zhang. Let's take a look at it here. Over and over and over again, you see the same sequence. But this time it was pretty good. It was pretty solid. Really under the chin here. Deep. Dangerous spot for Elkins. And who knows, if he caught this in the first round, he might have been able to finish with it. But Elkins showed excellent defense and got the fight right back to where he wants it, with him in a dominant position. Rode that back all night. Pounded on Tiatren Zhang. Wasn't able to finish, but most certainly dominated the fight.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 30-27, 30-26, and 30-27. For the winner by unanimous decision, Darren "The Damage" Elkins.
Unbeaten in 6 pro fights, with 5 wins coming by knockout, there's no question that Ohio's Stipe Miocic is a top-level athlete. A fact borne out by his status as a Golden Gloves champion and college wrestling and baseball star. But in the octagon, they don't come any rougher or tougher than Joey Beltran. And with his granite chin, punching power, and aggressive style, the Mexicutioner can make it a level playing field with 1 shot to the jaw. Winner of 4 of his last 6, Beltran is prepared to make this a night Miocic would like to forget. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight bout. Both men are 29. Stipe is taller, but Beltran is heavier. Miocic will have a 5-inch reach advantage. Here is Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Josh Rosenthal.
The veteran Josh Rosenthal, our referee for this heavyweight fight, the beautiful Ariani. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, set to go in the heavyweight division.
Let's fight.
And we are underway. White trunks for Joey Beltran, the Mirko Krokop Croatian trunks for Stipe Miocic of Croatian descent. And not surprisingly, his hero is Mirko Krokop. Quick inside leg kick by Miocic.
And you want to talk about a guy who can take some leg kicks. The leg kicks that Joey Beltran took from Pat Barry were the most ridiculous I've ever seen. And then he showed us, they took photos of it the next day, no bruises, nothing.
Yeah.
He was dancing that night. I mean, it was ridiculous. I don't know how he could take it, but Joey Beltran is cut from a different cloth.
He is one tough mixed martial artist. Miocic 6-0, making his UFC debut tonight. Finished all of his fights, 5 knockouts in a submission, which was actually due to leg kicks, Joe.
These leg kicks are outstanding by Miocic. I love what he's doing. And what he's doing, Mike, too, one of the things when he's throwing these punches and kicks, he's setting the kick up by extending his arm with the punch as he's throwing the kick. So Beltran is thinking about the jab at the moment that the leg kick is landing, or thinking about the right kick as see how he's doing that? He's setting it up very nicely. He's very well trained.
And keep in mind, Miocic has a reach advantage of 5 inches.
And keep in mind, he's also a great wrestler.
Yes. Division I nationally ranked wrestler at Cleveland State University. Big swing by Joey Beltran.
Excellent technique with his hands.
Beltran.
Then, look at, he dropped down and picked up that single. He's a gorilla. That kid is strong. The way he grabbed the hold of that leg, Beltran's in trouble.
Trying to overpower Joey Beltran. 6th UFC fight for the Mexicutioner.
And even here, it shows excellent composure, even considering this is his first UFC fight. Very relaxed, not extending too much energy. Beltran went for a Kimura there and got right back up to his feet.
Heavy hands, fast-paced heavyweight who does have wrestling skills as well. Joey Beltran. Never been finished in his UFC career. Had a great fight of the night with Matt Mitrione.
The fact that he wasn't finished by Pat Barry in that fight is just absolutely incredible.
Not many men kick harder than Pat Barry.
Well, at the end of it, he was really, he was done. I mean, there was a couple seconds more. He would have been stopped just by the leg kicks because I don't think he could have gotten back up. But still, he took some haymakers in that fight.
And that is one of the skills possessed by Miocic. Heavy leg kicks, much like his idol Mirko Cro Cop.
Now, I'm noticing that Joey is pulling back on his shots. He seems a bit apprehensive. Note how when he's punching, he's not really throwing his body weight forward and extending. That may be because he's felt the power of Miocic.
Quick inside leg kick by Miocic.
You see, he's throwing everything short. He's not committing.
Also, that reach advantage of Miocic, he's doing a good job of trying to keep it on the outside.
Another beautiful leg kick by Miocic. Miocic looks so composed, Mike.
No octagon jitters early for the Croatian newcomer. Born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. Trained by Marcus Martinelli. Forrest Petz, his trainer as well. Yeah, Joey tight early, huh, Joe?
Yeah, he just not extending with his shots. I just think he's eaten too many really hard punches and kicks from Miocic, and he's a bit apprehensive. There's another brilliantly placed leg kick.
Miocic roomed with Gerald Harris, who also fought in the UFC at Cleveland State.
Gerald Hurricane Harris is also doing stand-up comedy. I hear he's very funny.
Not as funny as Joe Rogan.
Okay.
No, I'm saying you're pretty funny.
Either way, shout out to Mr. Harris.
He used to show off those great wrestling skills at Harris.
Another nice leg kick.
15 seconds, now less in round one.
Oh, nice
over the
right
top
hand.
with the right hand.
Joey Beltran again. Look how short these punches are.
Oh, he caught him with that jab, Joe. That jab landed clean.
Joey looks unusually uncomfortable in there.
Excuse me. Take a seat, buddy.
Big breath.
Take a seat.
Big
Take a seat. Deep breath. Deep breath. Hey, you already know what we need to do. We can't let him get a rhythm. We got to come forward. Gotta come forward. One slip, 4 punches, and then with a kick. Go, Ruben.
That's basically it, man. Do your combination. When I say auto, you step in and throw the goddamn thing. No hesitation at all. Just do it.
And here is Stipe Miocic doing his thing. Look at that brilliantly placed leg kick. The way he uses his hands to set it up. There's an inside leg kick that landed as well.
It's going to hurt him more than inside right now, okay? Looks like he's already hurting off it. Put a little bit on his chest, Jeff. All right. Let's not wait too long in between strikes, okay?
Very calm and pleased corner of Stipe Miocic, and Joey Beltran's corner urging him to try to close the distance and land some shots.
Gentlemen, split.
Round two. Try to step into that right. Good kick again. Beltran picking up the pace here early, Joe.
He landed a right hand there. Oh, look how easily Miocic takes him down, though.
Looking to finish with some ground and pound in this exchange.
Man, Beltran's turtling up here. Miocic's on top of him. Miocic is essentially sort of in a half guard position, but his leg is not really trapped. And now he's in side control on top. And Joey Beltran is in a lot of trouble. He's going for an Americana on the arm. He let it go, and he lets Joey back up. Good scramble. Joey's pressing forward with his hands down. Now Joey Beltran's trying to turn it into a brawl, and that's his style of fight, Mike.
There's no question. And Joey's saying, hey, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down swinging.
Well, when it comes to technical, oh, look at this, he's down.
And he's trying to flurry on Stipe Miocic.
Joey Beltran landed some good shots.
We have never doubted the heart and courage of Joey Beltran. And it's showcased here in the early part of round 2.
You know what, though? Miocic looks unfazed.
Yep.
He looked very calm as he stood back up.
We got ourselves a fight.
We got ourselves a new entry in the heavyweight division as well.
For sure. 29-year-old Stipe Miocic.
You know, this guy is relatively inexperienced. He's only got 6 fights.
Yep. 5 amateur, 6 pro. Golden Gloves champion in 2009, Joe.
Well, he looks much more composed than a guy with only 6 professional fights in his UFC debut. Nice left hook on the break, though, by Joey.
You know one thing, he's got his attention now. The Mexicutioner has the attention of Miocic as he pushes forward with the body shots.
Good body shots, and Miocic tried to answer back with those, which means they probably hurt.
Now Miocic wants the takedown.
Look how easily he takes Joey down, though. Shocking.
Trying to work some ground and pound with less than 2.5 on the clock in the second.
And Joey has got a leg wrapped up here in half guard, but he's holding on and controlling the posture, Miocic. And Miocic is isolating the left arm. It looks like he's trying to do something with it. He steps to the side. Oh, nicely exploded. Very nice explosion by Joey.
Yeah, he gave him that, Joe, and then he twisted right up, got back up to his feet.
And Joey threw a kick. There's another one. There we go. Now he's making a brawl out of it.
The knee by Miocic. One thing you will know, win or lose against Joey Beltran, you will know you were in a fight.
No doubt about it. And Miocic just took a big, deep breath. He's in Joey Beltran territory now.
Yep.
Joey Beltran has fought every fight ever in the UFC, exhausted, winging wild punches. So this to him is a day in the park.
He's right where he wants to be.
Look at him smiling.
Yeah, I got him where I want him now.
Yeah, he does too. He really does.
Big right hand though by Miocic.
He might have the best chin in the heavyweight division.
Unbelievable.
Look at this.
He's looking for the
take him down.
After a dominant first round by Miocic, Beltran has made it very close here in the second.
It's very hard to discourage Joey Beltran. And Miocic seems to be taking a big breather here. Miocic's going to have to work on his conditioning, deal with the pressure of heavyweight contenders.
On the exit again. To the body. Uppercut, big right hand. Joey Beltran is an absolute beast when it comes to this kind of fight. He really is.
Yeah, this is like his perfect style of fight. I mean, it's really interesting. He sucked Stipe into his fight because on the outside, Stipe is landing leg kicks and clean punches. But as he got tired and as the fight drags on and gets dirtier, it's Joey Beltran land. And he landed a good right hand there.
Uppercut miss. Stipe Miocic with an uppercut of his own.
And Joey landed a good right hand there.
Great flurry of finish to the end of the second round.
Elbows. Another elbow.
How good is this?
Woo.
We definitely have ourselves a fight.
I'm a Joey Beltran fan, man.
Always have been.
That dude knows how to turn it into his kind of fight.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. There you go. That's it. Deep breath again.
Now let's take a look at some of the action from that round. This is just back and forth. Joey really had a sense of urgency, pressed forward, and that was a big takedown by Stipe, but now Beltran took him down, got on top, landed some good punches, and there's a nice exchange. Good left hand by Beltran and a good right hand by Miocic. And here they're just going at it. And Joey eats that punch and barely hesitates before he counters.
This is why you train that hard right now, is to dig this deep. You got it? This is why. This round. Your body will do it, okay? Don't stand in front of him and do nothing. Listen to me. Go get this.
Vanessa Hansen. Huntington Beach, California, Trans World Surf Magazine Model Search winner.
Tell me, last round. Let's fight.
5 minutes remain in this fight.
And this is where it gets interesting.
This is where Miocic has realized he's in the big show now. He's in the deep waters of the UFC's octagon.
Can Miocic keep it a technical fight standing up, and can he control the pace? Because Joey Beltran wants to turn it into a dogfight.
And he did a good job of it in second.
Good straight right and a good uppercut by Miocic. That's it right there. Very nice inside leg kick.
But we saw the damage of Matt Mitrione and Pat Barry, and those same damaging shots return to those men. Beltran, as I mentioned, has never been finished in the UFC. Debut for Miocic. Wants the single, and that time, no way.
Joey looking for a guillotine but cannot secure it. And Miocic content to hold Joey up against the cage. Now he dropped down and he's got him.
It's a big position to try to take advantage of. Got the mount, now the back.
That was interesting. He slid off the back.
Three minutes remain in this fight. Champion Dominic Cruz, teammate Phil Davis, watching closely from the stands. Joey Beltran, the Mexicutioner, trying to come back after a big first round by the newcomer.
Miocic just holding on to him here. Not too many damaging shots. Both these guys are showing the pace of the first 2 rounds, especially that second.
And what was an unfazed Miocic early has turned out to be an equally fatigued Stipe Miocic.
That was a standing hammer fist. You don't see too many of those.
You don't see a lot of things that Joey brings, right?
Good right hand by Beltran, got through. And a nice leg kick by Miocic.
Sometimes I think the more tired Beltran looks, the more dangerous he actually is. And he just, he's able to demoralize opponents, Joe, because they think they're going to finish the fight and he's still standing there. 2 minutes to the body. And Miocic has made quick work of most of his fights. He's finished all 6 of his pro fights, finished all 5 of his amateur fights in the first round, so this truly is his first trip into the deep water.
That was a powerful leg kick that landed, Mike, and it made Joey Beltran temporarily switch up his stance, which means that he was probably anticipating another one and didn't want to take it. If I was in Miocic's corner, I'd be calling out for that again.
Stuffed.
Miocic on top.
Joey's gas tank is getting towards E. Miocic keeping a good pace. Just over a minute now on the clock.
Miocic's looking for an arm triangle, Mike. He's pressing down the right arm and he lost it. And now he looks like he again is trying to isolate that right arm. He may be just trying to do some ground and pound here. May perhaps try to put him in a mounted crucifix. Thought about an Americana for a second there. He keeps isolating that arm, but he's not doing anything with it. Spun around, controlled him inside control again. Good knees to the body.
30 seconds. Can he become the first to finish Beltran? $20.
Trying to mount, he's got it.
15.
And back mounts.
10 seconds as Miocic looks up at the clock. Final seconds of this fight. Maynard and Beltran go the distance. Nice third round by Stipe Miocic.
And there's a nice leg kick by Miocic and an inside leg kick as well. And there's a wild exchange from earlier in the fight. And Miocic ground and pound from the top. And here's the end of the fight. Got his back, full hooks, and just kind of threw some punches to stay busy and end the round.
Bloodied but never beaten, never defeated. Joey Beltran still never finished in the UFC. Judges are rendering their decision. See if Miocic remains unbeaten as a mixed martial artist. With the official decision, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judge scored this contest 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Stipe Miocic.
Miocic the winner by unanimous decision. 2 electric competitors always looking for the highlight reel knockout. Showtime and Little Heathen plan on putting on a show in this lightweight battle between Jeremy Stephens and Anthony Pettis. 2011 has been another solid year for Iowa native Jeremy Stephens, as he earned Knockout of the Night honors for his UFC 125 finish of Marcus Davis, and then went on to score a punishing 3-round win over Danny Downs. But to truly cap off the year in style, he'll need to take out Anthony Showtime Pettis.
I don't think Anthony Pettis has been properly introduced to the UFC. I'm gonna go in and bust him up, give him hell.
A dynamic striker who dazzles fight fans while baffling opponents. Former WEC lightweight champion Anthony Pettis has been waiting for a matchup like tonight's bout with Jeremy Stephens for a long time, because he knows that when the bell rings, Stephens won't be looking for a takedown, but for a stand-up war.
I'm gonna go in there tonight and expose Jeremy Stephens. I'm gonna go in there, use my footwork and my superior striking, and I'm gonna be the first guy in the UFC to knock Jeremy Stephens out.
Our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. 25 against 24, 5'10", 5'9", reach almost identical. This is a great matchup, and to get things started, here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Kerry Hatley.
Kerry Hatley, our referee. Pettis and Stephens.
Started. You ready? You ready? Let's go to war. Come on.
Here we go. White trunks for Jeremy Stephens. Black trunks for Showtime, Anthony Pettis.
If you're unfamiliar with either one of these gentlemen, Anthony Pettis has a wild kicking style of fighting. He's got very good hands and is a wicked guard practitioner as well. Very good offensively off his back. Jeremy Stephens, one of the best one-punch knockout artists in the division.
Marcus Davis was having his way with Jeremy Stephens, and boom, midway point of the 3rd round, exactly what you talked about, Joe.
He carries,
one and done.
Yeah, he carries it late into the rounds as well. And, you know, he doesn't throw pity-pat punches. Every shot he throws, he's looking to KO you.
Had a huge left uppercut knockout of the night performance against Rafael Dos Anjos a couple of years ago at MGM.
Jeremy's expanding his repertoire as well, Mike. You see his kicks and knees, they're coming much more smoothly.
Both
nice,
of these
right
men,
there. Beautiful inside leg kick there by Jeremy Stephens.
Both of these men will not shy away from an exchange of strikes.
Jeremy hits so hard that he throws a lot of guys off with his power.
Wow,
and he gets a takedown.
He drives through that takedown, and now he's got Pettis on his back. Pettis working his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Joe Zeffarino.
And right now they are both dry. There's no sweat, so it's going to be a lot more traction and easier for Anthony to catch him with things as he snakes his legs up. And Jeremy's using good posture right now to keep his back straight to make sure that Anthony Pettis can't pull him down and get his knee wrapped around the shoulder to press him down and hold his posture. And see, you hear his corner saying, posture up. And Jeremy did an excellent job there of avoiding anything offensive off of Pettis' back, but it shows you how dangerous Pettis is off his back.
Yeah, very interesting, Joe. Stevens gets the takedown.
Inside leg kick went astray.
Yep. Stevens gets the takedown, and it's actually Pettis who was more aggressive from the ground.
Yeah, here we see this inside leg kick to the cup because everybody likes to watch those.
Houston, we have a problem.
Okay, here we go. Time.
The battle continues, and a good pace to start this fight. Not surprising. Good punch by Anthony Pettis. Pettis been working his wrestling with Ben Askren. Of course, he's trained since a youth under the tutelage of Duke Rufus. Might just be trainer of the year. Duke is
Look how
pumping
fast
him out.
that inside leg kick comes. Beautiful hips the way he throws it in there. Just whips that leg in. And that's something that, Stevens throws the power shot, but Pettis has just a little bit more fluidity to it. He has a background in Taekwondo initially before he started practicing Muay Thai under Duke Rufus. And a lot of times when you see that, you see those Taekwondo guys have just a bit more leg dexterity because they throw so many techniques with the legs.
Good shot.
And Pettis, of course, famous for that title-winning, crazy Showtime kick that may very well have won him the fight against Ben Henderson in an amazing 5-round event for the last WEC lightweight title.
Right in my backyard in Glendale, Arizona.
Okay,
and you're right, it was a close fight till that point. Good switch into the left he goes.
Pettis just stepped like he was looking to spin, and he will throw some wild kicks. He throws spinning back kicks, heel kicks, flying roundhouse kicks. He throws everything.
It should be noted that Stevens is coming off a win over Danny Downs, who is a teammate of Anthony Pettis's. Downs a Duke fighter, and so Pettis is really reevaluated and re-energized since his UFC debut against Clay Guida.
And you see Jeremy Stevens trying very hard to pull off this takedown, but Pettis utilizing good defense, keeping his legs nice and spread out and his butt pressed against the cage, and Jeremy gets him down.
So that's the second takedown of the round for Stevens.
And Jeremy's got him down, and he's also got his legs extended. Note how Jeremy has his legs crossed underneath Anthony's legs, making sure that Anthony can't get his feet underneath him to get back up to his feet. Now what Jeremy would like to do is get his hands behind the hips of Anthony Pettis and pull him away from the cage to move to a better position. And Anthony is going to get his left leg out, it looks like. He's going to sneak his left leg up, and it's out. And now he's going to try to stand up, and he does.
Pettis again stays busy on bottom. That time he was not all the way on his back, but still stayed busy with those shots to the rib, under 30. Trying to exit with a big elbow, but Stevens felt it coming.
Oh, big shot by Stevens.
And that's how Jeremy Stevens knocks people out. He comes in with that great combination. He throws to finish fights. Final seconds of round one.
Oh! See how he does that? What a crazy technique.
Jeremy waves him off.
Jumps down with his hand, and then it kicks up high at the same time. And here it is, this is the end. Throws himself into the air, literally didn't have his left leg on the ground at all, and he's throwing that kick. And here's the end. Excuse me, this is the beginning rather. Jeremy Stevens got a takedown, wound up in full guard, wasn't able to get anything off there. Good right hand there by Anthony Pettis. And here's the other takedown. Got him down a couple times, but wasn't able to get much offensively off.
On the fence. He's just trying to stall you out. How you feeling? Good?
If you get in the ground, go fast. Don't lose time there, man. Even if he tries to lock you, go fast, like you were drilling, man.
Yeah, got it. Move. Everything's moving.
Breathe. We're good. Breathe. Let's do it.
Round two, set to begin. Stevens, Pettis. Lightweight title, featherweight title. On the line tonight on pay-per-view.
All right, here we go, round two, Rick. Let's go for it.
They continue. Remember, Pettis was the next in line when Gray Maynard and Frankie Edgar fought to that draw, and then little setback against Guida. So ironic that he's on this card again tonight. trying to move himself back into position for a shot at the UFC lightweight title.
Yeah, he was really set to be the guy who fought for the title next. Yep. Clay Guida derailed that train. And I think that was a good fight for him. It was good, you know, it was very frustrating, but it's good to learn. It's good to learn there's a guy like Clay Guida out there that just can stifle you, can shut down all your offense, and impose his will on you.
Good leg kick. And the direct result of that, Joe, was a lot of time with Ben Askren working on his wrestling, especially his takedowns. A lot of time working with Joe Zeffirino on his back, and now he's in top position.
Very nicely
as
done.
we speak of wrestling.
Good takedown. And he's turning him to make sure that Jeremy can't get back up. Nicely done. And Anthony Pettis has a very good submission game. Not just off his back either.
Very well-rounded. 11-2, 4 wins by knockout or TKO, 5 by submission.
He allowed that left knee to get through, though, and now he's in the guard. He's got Jeremy Stephens stacked, but Stephens can use those legs to push away and defend himself a little bit better. Because now Anthony's back into a good position, but Jeremy utilizing that underhook.
Yeah, got to be careful of the knee to the head. Pettis try to aim it differently.
Pettis is turning him around. He's getting his back. Jeremy defended. He's on top now. Pettis is going to try for an arm triangle on the right arm, Mike. Notice how he's pushing his head down? He's trying to pin that arm in between his head and get the arm isolated and push it up towards the head. He's going to step over, full mount now.
Pettis trying to earn some points here in the second round.
Good ground game so far by Anthony Pettis. Very smooth control on the ground here. But the right knee of Jeremy Stephens, he's got to get past that. He's got to move towards his left side and step over that knee. There he goes. See how he stepped over? And now he's got to be careful because Jeremy is looking to get a Kimura on his left arm, as his left arm is deep on Jeremy Stephens here. And Jeremy steps back to his feet. But he's got to be careful that Anthony doesn't get his back. And the reason why, all right, there he goes. He got his back up against the cage here. Good job by Jeremy Stephens in getting back to his feet.
I mean, it's a veteran. When you speak of Jeremy Stephens, he's a veteran of 26 MMA fights.
Good knee there by Pettis. Now Pettis has Anthony's back. He's hanging on to him. Drags him down. Nicely done. Very nicely done by Anthony Pettis.
Shots from the bottom by Stephens. Just past the midway point of this fight, back up is Little Heathen.
Back up again. And Anthony no longer has double underhooks here.
Stephens, a native of Des Moines, Iowa.
There he goes. Got him back. Back down again.
Moved his entire family to San Diego a few years ago to up his training in the competition there within at Alliance MMA.
He stepped over the knee again into half guard, and Jeremy's trying to get back up to his feet. It's the underhook that allows him to get back up to his feet, Mike. You see it on the left side? That's what allowed him to get back up to his feet. If Pettis can keep him from getting that underhook, he can probably keep him down.
Under 90 seconds on the clock here in the second. Pettis really working to take him down again, Joe.
The Kimura attempt here, but you know, he's got to be careful because he's giving up his back. In attacking with that Kimura, if Pettis can pull his arm out, he has full back control. And you hear his corner yelling both hooks because he does not have the right hook. And what that means is the right leg, there it is, over the top of the right leg of Anthony Pettis, of Jeremy Stephens, now controls him in the full back mount. And Pettis will switch to a triangle, and there he does, triangling the body of Jeremy Stephens, and that cuts out his ability to breathe. And Jeremy's done a good thing in rolling towards the side where the triangle is attached. That puts pressure on the ankle, and it makes it harder for Anthony Pettis to squeeze the abdomen of Jeremy Stephens and cut back on the breathing.
Well, we see the ever-evolving game of Anthony Pettis showcased here with his ground skills tonight.
And if he can flatten him out from this position, that's very painful.
That's exactly what the Ivan Salivary.
Exactly.
Looking to choke him out here late in the round, 20 seconds.
Jeremy Stephens is in a world of trouble here, not liking it. He's defending the choke so far, but he does not like the fact that Anthony Pettis essentially dominated him. Oh!
Final seconds of the round.
Final seconds. Stephens getting some offense off.
Trying to tee off on Pettis.
excellent round.
Take him down at well. Great work.
Great work. Good, breathe. Nice round. Very professional round. That's what I'm talking about, well-rounded. Breathe. Feeling great, you're in awesome shape. We're just getting started. This is when the workout starts in Sparta, right? There you go, son. All right, I need the combos. Look for the takedown.
And here the adjustment by Anthony Pettis. He decided to take Jeremy Stephens down in this round and had some amazing success because of it. Controlled him in the grappling aspects of this round. Got him down over and over again, got his back, got the body triangle, went for an armbar towards the end of the round there and lost the position. Jeremy's so strong and had such great posture. He powered out of that and looked for some offense towards the end of the round, but was unable to land anything.
Third round, man. Third round.
Third and final round.
Now, look for Anthony Pettis to start opening up with the kicks. Note the distance, Mike. He's got a lot more distance between him and Jeremy Stephens.
Yep, big right hand off the shoulder, Joe. Pushing forward is Stephens.
Stephens looking for the takedown. Can Pettis defend? Down. The way Jeremy has his right arm pinned down to the mat. If Pettis, no, he doesn't have it anymore.
Pettis loves the triangle choke, Joe. He finished.
He threw it right there. He threw it up.
Yep, he finished a couple of men in the WEC with the triangle.
He set it up with a punch to the face. But Stephens is really good at posturing out of that, Mike. He's prepared for it.
Finished Mike Campbell, Alex Karalexis, and Shane Roller all by triangle during his WEC career. Submission of the night against Roller, kicked by Pettis.
He didn't even show that kick. See, he didn't even turn his shoulders into it. Really sneaky right leg kick. Then he went high with it.
Got a lot of respect for the power of Stephens, trying to stay at distance. Ducks under, looking for another takedown.
Lost the takedown, goes for an arm, but Jeremy's got his elbow out of it. No worry about that now.
Pettis very long and lean at 155.
Pettis is also very good at defending himself from the ground. Look at that sweep. Beautiful.
Showtime would love to finish this fight. Wants to earn his first UFC win. Look for a knee.
Right knee, Anthony, come on.
You hear Duke Rufus calling for the right knee.
And it's the left knee of Stephens. There you go. Now he's kind of moving his stance around. He might be able to throw that knee. He had that right leg forward before. Nice trip.
Hold away from the gate, Danny.
The Olympian Ben Askren leading the wrestling crew at Rufus Sport in Milwaukee.
Anthony again has double underhooks and a good control of the body of Jeremy Stephens.
Stephens tried a trip and a kick by Pettis.
Pettis goes deep with his double, but he's got it.
Good takedowns tonight by Anthony Pettis.
Yeah, a definite improvement in that aspect of his game.
And it was the wrestling of Clay Guida that victimized him in his UFC debut.
Yeah, he learned a lot from that fight. You know, I spoke with him afterwards and he was so frustrated. I said, listen, that is an amazing experience for you. You need to know that a guy can do that to you. You learned a lesson.
Yep. And the old key is not what happens to the man, it's what he does after it happens, and we see what Pettis has done. Just over 90 seconds on the clock in this fight.
Pettis drops down, but look, Jeremy Stephens is very educated on the ground. Note how he immediately pulls his elbow past the crotch, making himself safe from any armbar attempt. This is what he has to look out for. He's got his back. Jeremy's got his back.
Pettis
tries to
quickly
stand
explodes and he's up. Good transition by Pettis back to the feet. Just over a minute now.
Good knees to the leg.
Pettis of Mexican and Puerto Rican descent. His mom is Mexican, his father, Perez, is of Puerto Rican descent. He's a great mixed martial artist. Both of these men just prove again how stacked the lightweight division in the UFC is.
It's the most ridiculous division in mixed martial arts.
Absolutely.
There's so many contenders. It's so difficult for anyone to decide. And by the way, Gilbert Melendez is coming to the UFC
no
too.
kidding, right?
How about that?
Yeah.
He might be the best of all. He's one of them, no doubt about it. The Strikeforce champion. With him in here, it just makes an even more ridiculous division. And then, of course, there's also Eddie Alvarez, who's also an elite fighter at 155 pounds. Love to get him over here as well.
15 seconds. Dana White has always promised the fans that he will try to put on the best fights in mixed martial arts on a consistent basis. He absolutely does. Final seconds of this lightweight battle. Pettis and Stevens. We will go to the judges' scorecards.
And here's Jeremy Stevens looking to throw some ground and pound, but look at this trip. Beautifully done. Use the right leg to scissor, kick out the legs. And here's another takedown by Anthony Pettis. Anthony Pettis really showing a lot of wrestling in this fight and excellent control on the ground.
You're gonna hold your hands, okay?
Duke Rufus with Anthony Pettis. Pettis looking for his first UFC win. Stevens hoping he has earned his 8th UFC victory.
Great fight. Over here, Joe.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score this contest 29-28, Pettis, 29-28, Stevens, and 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Anthony Showtime Pettis!
Anthony Pettis has earned his first career UFC victory. Contender George Santiago is one fighter who can honestly claim to be comfortable wherever the fight goes. And whether he's banging it out with Brian Stan or submitting fighters like Jeremy Horn and Kazuo Misaki, the Sandman is a dangerous handful for any opponent, including Damian Maia.
The game plan is win every minute, either in the ground, on my feet, striking, wrestling. I'm gonna mix it up everything and find a way to finish.
The most feared grappler in the middleweight division, Damian Maia has been forced to deal with opponents willing to do anything to elude his deadly submissions. But that's just fine with him, because in wins over Mario Miranda and Kendall Grove, and in an exciting clash with Mark Munoz, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt has impressively shown the evolution of his complete MMA game.
I will punch, I will kick, I will knee, I will take down and do everything possible to win this fight by submission.
Our tale of the tape for this middleweight matchup. Maia, 3 years older, Santiago with the reach advantage. And once again, here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jacob Montalvo.
Jacob Montalvo, our referee, the beautiful Ariani. Shondella and Vanessa here tonight. Maia against Santiago. And we are underway. White trunks, the southpaw. Damian Maia. Black trunks for the Sandman, George Santiago.
And Damian has really developed a lot of power in that left hand, Mike. And that's the punch that he used to hurt Mark Munoz in their fight and really shocked him. And you see how he throws it. He's throwing it with much more authority than early in his career.
When asked about sparring with the top contender in the heavyweight division, Junior Dos Santos, he goes, "We work technique. Junior hits way too hard." And he will showcase his skills to try to win the title against Cain Velasquez.
And Santiago just did an excellent job of avoiding the takedown there.
Nice head kick. Maia saw it coming and returns off the forearm of Santiago.
Good inside leg kick.
And extending the left on the counter was Maia. The southpaw against the orthodox fighter, that inside leg kick becomes very prevalent. And there it is again.
Yeah, good point. But as it does for Maia, if Maia chooses to attack with it as well, but he needs to step a bit to his right. Oh, they're swinging, Mike.
These are two Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts swinging for the fences early. Here in Houston, takedown.
Maia gets the takedown.
5-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion.
But you know what? Santiago is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt as well, and that may be enough just for him to defend on the ground. I don't believe he's going to submit Demian Maia, but I do believe he may have the capacity to defend.
I mean, Maia came out quick. First 3 fights, all victories by submission, all earning submission of the night honors. Choked out Chael Sonnen in London.
Maia's trying to pass here, but Santiago doing a great job with the butterflies. Amazing.
And he comes with a quick right hand.
Yeah, you know what? Maia got a little bit sloppy there because he was trying to push it. He was trying to push the position.
Maia, after that great start in the octagon, 4 of his first 5 wins, all earning submission of the night, looking for his first submission since February of '09. Winner of 2 of his last 3 fights.
Maia, the way he has the left overhook and the right underhook, Mike, Maia loves to do the lateral drop. If you see him step out with his right leg, see how he's doing that? He may try to throw that lateral drop there. He got Chael Sonnen down with that.
Yes, he did. Used it to perfection there.
He's got very good takedowns.
Just past the midway point of round 1. Straight right by Santiago.
Yeah, I don't like the way Damian is rushing in with his chin wide open, the way he's throwing these punches. He's trying to close the distance just a bit too hard. And he's got to be careful of a counter. He's got to settle back and use more technique in his striking. Oh, he clipped him with a right hand. Nice right hook there by Damian.
See if he looks for it again. Head kick. Man.
Oh, he ran into that flying knee, but he caught it, and he's down.
And on top, in guard. 90 seconds, now half guard.
He's trying to step over the right knee.
Santiago on his back again. Maia trying to improve his position. Nice job done by George Santiago. Now he closes the guard with a minute on the clock here in the first round.
I'm curious to see if Santiago tries to attack off of his back or if he respects the game of Demian Maia too much so to do and just defends. He's using up kicks, he's attacking with that.
Pushed him off before.
Attacks with his jiu-jitsu. See right here, he's got an overhook, he's got that right arm locked. That right arm of Demian Maia is locked in a position. But what Santiago's not doing is lifting his left leg up to try to attack that arm. Or to try to switch to an omoplata, a shoulder lock, anything. Set up a triangle. He's merely defending.
21 of his 23 wins.
Nice up kick.
Have come by stoppage, Santiago. 14 wins for Maia as he's in top position into round 1. Controlling the posture is the Sandman. Now training in Boca Raton, Florida.
Both of them are just going to hang on until the bell rings.
And there it is.
And here's the takedown. Nice trip. Got Santiago down to the ground. And here's Santiago trying to get a head kick in there. Grazing right hand. And Damian responds with his own head kick and almost runs into a flying knee. Another takedown. And you see Santiago did push the arm down there and look for the shoulder lock.
Respira. Breathe. Breathe. Fica aí. O outro braço.
Primeiro minuto, muita atenção agora no início, né?
First minute, very attention. A lot of attention the first minute. Be careful the key. Be careful the kick.
Primeiro round, tá bom?
You won the first round. You okay? You won the first round.
Back up. Back up. Ready? Round 2. Fight!
Round 2. Maia was really trying to throw that straight left in the first round. Head kicks early for Santiago here in the second. Inside leg kick. There's the left, out of range though.
Santiago definitely seems to have loosened up with his striking, getting him off a lot more fluidly.
Real battle he had with Brian Stann, fight of the night. Back at UFC 130.
He showed a lot of composure in that fight, Mike.
Yes.
He got hurt very early in the fight, but weathered the storm, eventually was stopped, but went through a long period of very competitive exchanges, which was really impressive considering how badly he was hurt early.
Maia would love to get a finish here.
Maia's really telegraphed that left hand. He paused a lot with the right. Instead of like jolting it out as a jab, it's more of a range finder. So he's not even trying to hit him with it.
You'd like to change the tempo a bit on that, Joe, right? Keep him off guard.
Yeah. Well, he's relatively inexperienced as a striker. And then you see there the way he rushes in, fairly amateurishly with his left hand. He's getting better at it, but he's a jiu-jitsu master. That's what he does. All this is just to try to get it to the ground.
And he is a master, and he does look at this competition as a chess game. Very cerebral fighter who realized early that he had to develop everything else if he was going to have the ultimate success in the UFC.
Well, he's got a very unusual way of thinking about fighting, and one of the things he says is his ultimate win is to not hurt his opponent. He wants to take him down and submit him. Not get hurt himself, take his opponent down and submit him.
Submit my opponent without him hurting me or me hurting him. That quote you're talking about, Joe.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
This is a crazy sport, man. But that's his ultimate goal. He really believes that fighting is a very spiritual endeavor and that it tests his character as a man.
Has worked his striking at Champion Gym in Baja, Brazil with Luis Toria, and now he's in top.
Beautiful single. Tried to step over the right knee, but good butterflies by Santiago. And we saw that in the first as well. Santiago does a great job of elevating the weight of Demian Maia with those butterfly guard. Damian's trying to get away from them, but when Santiago gets his shin deep like that, he's really good at elevating. And when a guy has you elevated like that, it's so hard to have a good base and to hold him in position. And that's what you see, as Damian is trying to pin him down and trying to get some offense off, but Santiago keeps elevating him, keeps forcing him to work, never allows him to get completely close to him.
Up kicks. And Joe, it goes back to the point you made earlier. Santiago may be just good enough as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt to not get submitted by the five-time world champ.
Yes, if this was a straight Jiu-Jitsu match, you got to favor Demian Maia for sure, but Santiago is no slouch.
He pushed off earlier from this position.
And this is his 33rd fight. Yeah. He's been around. Fought extensively in Japan, had some incredible wars over there.
Went 11-1 during a 4.5-year absence from the UFC from 2006 to 2010.
And his Sengoku fight against Misaki was just incredible. 2 fights. And the second one was just amazing. A lot of people thought it was the fight of the year in 2010.
The former middleweight champion of that organization. 1 minute on the clock here in the second.
He's going under with a sweep. Again, in butterfly guard here. Good right hands by Demian Maia. Good ground and pound, but still can't get past the guard of George Santiago. The way he's moving his legs around, it's really a very good defensive guard by Santiago. but he's not opening up to try to attack. Like, look at right here. Look at right here. He's controlling the wrist. He's showing no danger of throwing up a triangle. He's not even thinking about it. And the reason why is because he doesn't want to get countered and wind up in side control.
He knows that if he tries to get offensive, Maia might counter him and choke him out.
Yeah, but see how he's got that arm trapped to the mat like that on his overhook? That's a big position, man. That's big.
The right arm.
Yeah, any Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt that gets you in that spot, they got to be thinking offense, but he's not.
Senta no campeão. Respira. Gelo nele, gelo. Gelo, a boca, boqueia. Tranquilo. Respira.
Drink. Breathe, breathe.
Respira.
Breathe deeper,
Respira
deeper.
fundo, respira. Isso, respira.
Deeper.
Segura aqui, segura. Segura aqui, por favor. Pode falar. Relaxa. Relaxa o braço, respira.
Relax your arm.
Água, respira. Bloqueia esse chute. Mão alta, tá bom? E antecipa, defenda as pernas. Não sai trocando golpe. Agora chega mais rápido na entrada. Bom?
Coloca aqui, tira com o cotovelo rapidinho. O queijo inteiro, tá?
Chuta. Não vai direto pro chute. Não chuta direto, chuta depois.
Don't kick. Wait for kick. Wait for kick.
Very emotional and fired up. Mike Van Arsdale, the Olympic wrestler, who's done a great job as one of the leaders of the Black Zillions, the Imperial Athletics team, with Rashad Evans. Van Arsdale right in the face of George Santiago, telling him to let it go, leave it in the octagon.
So far, he's being out-grappled by Damian Maia, and again, he finds himself on his back, scrambles back to his feet. Nicely done.
Right in front of his corner now, looking for some knees. Van Arsdale saying he's going to go low. Pushing on the head, and he's out. Nice job done by Santiago.
Santiago's got to get some strikes off, though, Mike.
Yep.
He looked pretty smooth in the beginning of the second. He's got to get something off here. And Damian leaves openings. Make no mistake about it. I mean, look how low his right hand is. When he throws punches, he often steps in and leaves his chin exposed.
Just over a minute into this third and final round. Right hand. Yep. He's getting low. He's starting to swing for it a little bit. Head movement. Again, he looks for the right hand. And again.
Grazed him with that right hand as well. George's got to do something big. You got to think he lost those first 2 rounds.
And that low right hand of Maia, but now he's going to take him down again.
Nice shot.
Right back up is Santiago.
And Maia look for the back here. If Maia can switch from this double underhook position to an under-over, if he can get the over-under, he might be able to take the back and get a hook in here.
I like how Maia a moment ago, Joe, and he almost tried to do the same thing with the knee, tried to kick the leg out from behind of Santiago, take away his balance and complete this takedown.
Now he's got one hook in, Mike. If he can get his right arm or his left arm over the top, he will secure this position better. But he's unable to get there so far. Right now he's just sort of pressing his weight down the lower back and looking for that opening. And he drags him again, still can't get the hooks in.
See, there he tried to move that leg again, but he still can't complete it.
And down one more time. Double underhooks here, looking to pass over the legs. He's in half guard. But it's a loose half guard. If Damian wants to spin towards his left hip and kick his right leg out, he can be in side control here. That's a wide open half guard, as you see from the overhead view. If Damian, especially if he can get head and shoulder, head and arm control here to keep the body pressed flat, get that right leg free. I would like to see Damian try to finish this fight, not just try to win a decision from this position. Nice elbow.
1:45 remains.
And George just stepped in, or stuck in rather, his right arm, which could prove to be a mistake. Good up kick. Another elbow. The crowd is getting restless. They're not enjoying this grappling display here.
Maia would love to get the finish. He's gone the distance in his last few fights. Went the distance with Anderson Silva in Abu Dhabi when he fought for the middleweight title. Under a minute remains.
Maia's holding the arm down, the right arm down, maybe turning towards it, try to get something off, move to north-south. The audience is booing very loudly here. Maia stepped over into full mount, but Santiago kicks him off, back to butterfly guard.
You called it perfectly early, Joe. You said Santiago has enough skills to prevent being submitted. What he hasn't been able to do is get into his offensive game, though.
Now Damian's in a position where, as he turns with his body towards the legs, it's too late for him to get anything off here.
Fight is going to go to the judges' scorecards. Maia finishes on top, where he spent most of this match.
And this is what the fight was basically all about. Damian Maia on top, Santiago on the bottom. There you see Santiago trying a flying knee, and then he thought about an omoplata there, lost the position. Damian Maia with a single, executed it, got him down. Over and over and over again, was able to drag George to the ground, but quite honestly, never really came close to finishing him.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Damian Maia.
Damian Maia, the winner tonight by unanimous decision.
In various weight classes. And here I have an opportunity to fight one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. And tonight, I'm going to show everyone that I'm on that level, and I'm going to become a champion here in the UFC.
Então ele já lutou em várias categorias e chegou agora na minha. Então é isso, eu vou chegar lá vou defender minha categoria e se ele quiser ele vai ter que baixar mais uma, porque nessa aqui ele não vai conseguir nada.
I'm going to get in his face, I'm going to pressure him, dominate him, take his belt, and go back to Boston a champion.
Tonight I want to go out there and I want to beat him in every area. I want him to know that I'm better and I deserve to be the UFC champion.
There's only one guy in this division that doesn't respect me, and that's Maynard. I'm going to go in there tonight, I'm going to beat him up and show him why I'm the champion.
Tonight I'm going to make it happen and finish him.
I'm tired of my record being 13-1-1 with my only blemishes being the Maynard. Tonight I'm going to go in there, beat him, put him behind me, and walk away with a victory.
You will never get to me. What can't be done, I'll do myself.
The Octagon has once again arrived in Houston, Texas. This is UFC 136, Edgar versus Maynard III. Let's get things started.
Talk the talk. But when you're discussing lightweight contenders, Melvin Guillard and Joe Lauzon, you've got two fighters who have lived up to words that say their only octagon intent is to finish their opponents as quickly and spectacularly as possible.
I'm gonna impose my will on Lauzon, and I'm gonna do anything I want to him. So I'm not worried about any of his little jiu-jitsu. I have to go in tonight, and I have to go take what I want. I have to go get that W.
Melvin loves to be the bully. He loves to come forward. He's not gonna bully me. I'm gonna pressure him. He's gonna make a mistake. I'm gonna finish him off.
Explosive New Orleans contender Melvin Guillard has an underrated wrestling game, but it's his knockout power that fans come to see. And he sent them home happy with devastating knockouts of Evan Dunham and Shane Roller. Now, the young assassin is on the doorstep of a title shot, but he has business with Joe Lauzon first.
He is standing in the way of my legacy and my dream. So I'm looking for a head kick or possibly a knee. But if the right hand ends it, the right hand ends it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I just want to knock Lauzon out tonight.
Joe Lauzon shares the same finishing philosophy as his opponent, Melvin Guillard. Only he approaches submissions the way Guillard approaches knockouts. New England's J-Lo has finished all 7 of his UFC wins, earning Submission of the Night awards for victories over Jeremy Stevens, Gabe Rudiger, and Kurt Warburton.
I love being in the spoiler role. Melvin thinks he's gonna get a title shot after he beats me, but it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna take him down. I'm gonna stay heavy. I'm gonna take his arm home.
Our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. Guillard 28, Lauzon 27. Everything is virtually identical. To get things started here in Houston, here is Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Kerry Hatley.
Kerry Hatley, our referee, for this lightweight battle between Joe Lauzon and Melvin Guillard.
All right, gentlemen, let's get things started. You ready? You ready? Let's go to work. Come on.
Black trunks for Lauzon, white and red trunks for the young assassin. So explosive, so dynamic.
Solid left hook lands, though, by Joe Lauzon right away.
Flying knee, followed by the
vicious
kick.
left kick to the body.
This kid is truly something special.
Joe caught him, and he's hurt. He caught him with a left hook.
Lauzon trying to spin around and
He's
get his
spinning the back. He's got the back. He's got a hook. He's got 2 hooks in. He's got him flattened out.
Trying to close off this submission. Can he do it? Look at him choke him out. Lauzon trying to stop Guillard's winning streak.
He's going to go out. He's going back.
Guillard trying not to tap.
That's it.
It is all over. It is all over. Joe Lauzon, just like in his UFC debut with Jens Palmer, pulls off the upset.
And you know where it started off? It started off with a punch. He hurt him with a left hook early, and then he caught him again with another solid punch, had him rocked, and took full advantage of the opportunity. Just a brilliant display by Joe Lauzon. We really could show the whole fight again if we wanted to. It was so quick. There's a left that caught him. Look, the legs go. He gets wobbly. He ran right into that punch. Look how Joe spins and takes the back. Brilliant. Holds him with that one hook, gets that second hook in, spins him over, has got the back. Went for the standard rear naked choke, couldn't finish it, and then went palm to palm. Watch, he adjusts the grip. Here he adjusts it. And here's the tap. Flattens him out, pulls it up. Brilliant job by Joe Lauzon.
16th career win by submission. He caught Guillard coming in and finishes the fight very quickly. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley has called a stop to this contest at 47 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Joe J-Lo Lauzon.
Lauzon beat Pulver in 48 seconds. Tonight, he beats Gillard in 47 seconds. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Joe Lauzon. Joe, perhaps the most dangerous fight of your career, and you win in the most impressive fashion of your career. How you feeling right now, man?
I'm feeling great. You know, we were really worried about Melvin stand-up, so we trained ours really hard and came out ahead.
Let's take a look at it on the big screen, because you caught him with a left hook early, and then you caught him again as he was rushing in right there with a jab, rocked him, had him back, and once you got him on the ground, you just swarmed on him.
Yeah, you know, I almost wanted to go for the guillotine. My right arm was under, but then, you know, he gave up his back. I got the short choke.
Well, you listen, man, you did everything you wanted to do. Perfect execution. Congratulations on a brilliant performance. Joe Lauzon, ladies and gentlemen.
Could this be a magical night for the fighters from Massachusetts? We'll see later. Joe Lauzon stops the winning streak of Melvin Gillard, the winner, by the most controversial verdict rendered in 2010. But whether you believe Leonard Garcia's split decision win over Nam Phan was just or not, you can say without reservation that it was an action-packed war that deserved a rematch.
In the first fight, I agree with the judge's decision. I know I won that fight. I am a better stand-up fighter. I am a better ground fighter, and I feel like going out there, he's gonna realize once the bell rings that he's in there with the better guy.
Just cannot go to the decision. I just gotta finish. I'm gonna go out big. I'm gonna win big, or I'm gonna lose big. Either I'm gonna knock him out, or he's gonna knock me out. That's it.
With black belts in jiu-jitsu and karate, the Ultimate Fighter Season 12 veteran, Nam Phan is the epitome of a well-rounded fighter, and he will need to use all of his skills to even the score tonight. But odds are that when he sees the hard-hitting Garcia across the octagon, it will be bombs away for another 3 rounds.
I'm not gonna be picky at how this fight's gonna finish. If I see submission, I'm gonna go for it. If I see a knockout, I'm gonna go for it. It's a do or die for me, so either I continue my career with the UFC or I go home.
Returning to fight in his home state of Texas for the first time since 2009, Leonard Garcia may be best remembered by Houston fight fans for his action-packed UFC 69 scrap with Roger Huerta. But then again, it seems like every bout that Garcia engages in is a fight of the night candidate. Tonight won't be any different.
If anything that I grab is going to be with bad intentions, anything that I hit is going to be bad intentions. Tonight I'm going to deliver.
Our tale of the tape for this featherweight fight. Garcia, 4 years older, 4 inches taller, but the reach is nearly identical. Here's Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jacob Montalvo.
Jacob Montalvo, our referee for the rematch. We've got a rematch here tonight at 145.
Ready.
And here we go. They continue the battle. Garcia and Jung, black and red trunks for Bad Boy. White trunks for Nam Phan. Ducks under early, and he loves, as you said, Joe, those body shots.
Yeah, he's an excellent boxer. Really, body shots are becoming much more utilized in MMA, but it's one of the least used techniques that are very, very effective.
Likes to punish the body, and we saw it during his time on the house in The Ultimate Fighter. Garcia with the double jab.
I like how Garcia's fighting. He's fighting much more disciplined, Mike. Utilizing a good defense, a high guard, nice leg kick. You know, he's just got so much power that he gets too hyped up and tries to wing all his punches. But when he fights disciplined, he has much more of a chance to land those shots. And when you got as much power as Leonard Garcia, you really don't need to wing. But Nam Phan's teeing off on him.
Garcia tried with the knee.
Nam Phan landed an excellent combination there.
Oh! Knocks him down. Straight punch knocks down Leonard Garcia. Nam Phan on top.
Garcia did a good job of getting it to full guard. And Nam's on top of him here.
There you go. Close your guard, man. Don't let it pass. Close your guard.
Close guard now for Leonard Garcia. 9 submission wins, 3 knockout wins. Trying to advance his position. 3 minutes remain in round 1. Montalvo brings them back to their feet. Good punch landed a moment ago.
Nice leg
by
kick
Nam Phan.
by Garcia, and then an inside one as well. See, when he fights like this, when he fights more, oh, he got tagged. He got tagged. That left hook landed well.
And the hooks thrown by Nam Phan are vicious. And the head kick. Phan mixing things up.
Nam Phan is fighting like a man who wants to regain something that he feels was stolen from him, and that is that decision.
Phan had a tough battle in Philadelphia with former champion Mike Brown. And he's really the aggressor here early, Joe. Which isn't often the case when you fight Leonard Garcia. Spinning back kick. Ducks under. Garcia wants a takedown. He's going to go for a ride.
Beautiful whizzer displayed by Pham. Excellent takedown defense.
Right back up.
Nice long jab by Nam Phan and good defense with the hands.
And you see he really extends it, and there's a good body shot.
Vicious left hook to the body.
4-inch longer reach for Garcia, but Phan, or pardon me, 4 inches taller, but you can see Phan with those long arms really steps into his punches, Joe.
Well, he does a great job of closing the distance with his punches. He knows his positioning very well.
Really trying to punish the midsection of Garcia.
Constant big kick by Leonard.
Leonard ducks under. They picked up just where they finished in their first battle.
This is how Leonard fights every fight.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why it makes our job very easy. As you have said, it's not in his DNA to fight boring.
Yeah, it's impossible. I've never seen a boring Leonard Garcia fight ever.
28th career mixed martial arts battle. For Phan, it's his 27th to the body and then the uppercut. Under a minute now. Ducks under, Garcia rips through.
Here's the problem. When Leonard starts getting tired, that's when he starts winging things. Tried the spinning back kick there. That's when he loses a bit of his technique and his form, and he starts winging. Because he's got that kind of power. I mean, oh, big right hand by Nam Phan. Excellent.
Looks like he got poked in the eye. Yep, he talks to the referee, Jacob Montalvo. Accidental.
Said he's okay.
You're good.
Hey, you know, sometimes you don't know, you get poked, you don't know whether or not you're going to be able to see. He had to step back and take a deep breath and realize he was okay.
Pushes forward with a long reach again. Tried to go 1-3. 15 seconds. Big shot by Garcia.
Nam Phan winds up on top.
10 seconds. Garcia on bottom.
Good
Final
stacking,
seconds of the round.
Sit down, sit down.
Deep breath, not calm down.
Breathe, Leonard. Breathe.
Controlled breath.
Breathe.
Okay, the thing that you're doing that I'm like is that you're staying calm. That's good. You need to keep staying calm. You understand me? Now listen, deep breaths here, have some water. You gotta shorten your punches up on the inside, Leonard. You're throwing outside punches on the inside.
And here you see Nam Phan with an excellent combination, a good right hand over the top, a good response right hand by Leonard. And that seemed more like a slip than an actual physical knockdown. But regardless, Nam Phan was on top.
The beautiful Vanessa Hansen, discovered in Huntington Beach, California during the Trans World Surf Magazine model search. Shondella Ariani. Our entire UFC crew here tonight for UFC 136. A
good, clean, straight right from Leonard right off the bat.
And the first thing Greg Jackson said, the thing that I really like you're doing is staying patient.
Yes. Yeah, staying calm, staying patient, and fighting with technique. You know, that's what goes out the window when Leonard starts going into brawl mode.
It's the body shot against the brawler at times, right? Backing up, trying to load up that right hand. Oh, great combination by Fan.
Brilliant hands by Nam Fan.
I mean, Fan gets wide and throws with a ton of power.
Well, he has really excellent technique, especially when tight fighting, when they're really close to each other. His excellent technique means that he's not winging those plays, not pulling back on a lot of these punches, so they're coming so fast.
Garcia the same way with that uppercut, Joe, looking to come right up the middle. To the body goes Bad Boy, here in his home state of Texas.
And now he's starting to get a bit tired, and the punches start winging.
Big deep breaths by Garcia, connects on that hook on the exit, looking for an elbow. Fan continuing to push the pace.
Good left to the body by Pham, although Garcia was moving away from it.
Good jab by Leonard. Just grazing the hairline of Garcia.
Good straight left and a right hand behind it.
A great battle the first time they met. More of the same tonight. They met in Las Vegas in December of 2010.
Good right uppercut by Leonard. Again, left hook to the body by Pham, and a nice uppercut as well.
3 minutes on the clock, second round. Leonard loves to lean that right shoulder in and come with a big hook.
But you really see the difference in the punching styles. You know, Nam throws so many half power punches. He doesn't throw everything winging full power like Leonard does. And because of that, he's able to put so much more volume in.
And when he does really wind up, Joe, he's set up the timing, and it's a different punch that you can't adjust to.
Like right there, he lands that real short left hook. It's not full power, but it lands.
Not only does it do its own damage, but it sets up the big punch.
And there's another one that landed. Look at these.
Yeah.
See?
Boom, boom, boom.
They're not all like every ounce of his effort into these punches. But look at how Leonard throws.
Right.
He threw 2 wild haymakers with 100% effort. They all missed.
Which is why Leonard is breathing very heavily and Nam Fan is not.
He got hurt right there with that left hook to the body. You saw him take some deep breaths. Yeah, look how Nam throws punches.
Pop, pop, pop,
That's the way to do it. That's Nick Diaz style.
Nam Fan.
Leonard, it's almost a curse that Leonard has so much power.
Fan is outpointing him here in the second with those little punches setting up the big ones that you talked about, Joe.
Yeah, and Leonard's style also is partly what wears him out. It's not that he's not in good condition.
Absolutely.
And he's training at Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's training at altitude, and he's training with all those savages in Greg Jackson's gym. So you know he's in great shape. It's just his style is sprint, sprint, sprint. And he gets tired because of that, whereas Nam Pham is fighting at a much more relaxed pace. Not necessarily pace, but the amount of effort he puts forward with his punches.
Good body shot again. If every time you throw, it's a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, sooner or later your arm's going to go.
Absolutely.
But you got Fan who's changing things up, going off speed and then throwing the big payoff pitch.
And he just teed off on Leonard there. But you know, quite honestly, it's also what makes Leonard so exciting.
No question.
He's just got an amazing heart.
45 on the clock here in the second. 1, 2, 3 left hands on the way in.
He's cut up now. Those short, sharp punches of Nam Pham have opened up a gash on the right cheek. And Nam clearly seems in control of this fight at this point.
He's got a great adaptation of the Stockton slap, if you will, from the Diaz brothers, and then really motoring with those body shots.
Well, what that is just being a really good boxer.
Correct.
I mean, you train boxing, that's what they tell you to do. You don't throw everything into every punch. Unless you're Mike Tyson.
Exactly. And you know what? And if you do it in your Mike Tyson fight, usually doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
Good round for Nam
combination
Pham
at the end. Brilliant combination.
Here, get on top. Let me talk to him.
Take a quick peek.
Deep breath. Yeah, and you know, make it good.
Okay. Here's a cake, man.
Here's some water. All right. Deep breaths. Listen to me now, Leonard. You have to calm down and control your breathing.
And here we see Nam Pham just unloading with these punches over the top of that right hand, then a left hook behind it. Look at that. Look how he steps to the side and throws that left hook to the body. You see it hurt him. Leonard covered up and defended well, but that was definitely a powerful shot to the body by Nam Pham. And there's a brilliant combination at the end of the round.
Come on, let's go.
Nam just teed off in that round.
Third round, guys. Ready?
I love it. That's telling the truth. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now that's the style.
Yeah, and now they're talking back and forth. They're like, all right, let's do this.
No, he actually said, I'm sorry, did I kick you in the balls? He actually asked. Leonard's a gentleman.
Yes, he is.
And look at him. He's fighting with style and technique in this round.
Can he stay within this disciplined attack, though, Joe, in what is a very close fight? Best leg kick of the fight right there.
Leg kicks are brilliant here.
Yeah. Changing levels and throwing the uppercut.
And he threw it to the body, left hook. He's got some new life, Leonard Garcia does.
Leonard Garcia looks like Nam Pham did in the second round right now. At least early.
Again with that right leg kick.
Got clipped on the way in, though.
But now Nam's opening up. Again with that left to the body. That is nasty.
Oh, knocks him down with the left hand. Under 4. And again he connects. Garcia swinging for the finish.
Oh, man. You ain't kidding about swinging for the finish.
Here we go again. He's got a hold. Garcia looking to knock him out. Pham's in trouble.
He's in all kinds of trouble.
Body. Oh! A left and an uppercut. Leonard's got to be careful here, though. He doesn't want to swing himself up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, can he sustain this, though? There's 3 minutes to go, and he's blowing out an incredible amount of energy trying to finish this fight. Both guys are taking a little bit of a breather right here.
Elbow.
Huge swelling on the right eye.
And another big kick, Joe.
You see the swelling on the right eye of Leonard Garcia. He's touching it now.
How do you not love Leonard Garcia?
It's impossible. If you don't love this guy, you're not a fight fan. I mean, look, I love clean, crisp technique as much as anybody does, but I love heart even more.
Absolutely. And both of these men have a ton of it. Now Pham with the return. Just past the midway point of the third and final round.
Well, this is where Pham's conservative style, conserving his energy, is going to really play off.
Yeah.
Because Garcia is exhausted now.
Leonard shaking his head here in his home state.
Nice leg kick.
These men want fight of the night again.
Nam Pham with a takedown.
Close guard. That's huge in a very close fight.
It is if he can do something from it. But just holding him here is not going to do much. And that's all he got away with in the first round.
The first fight was a controversial split decision. 90 seconds left.
The crowd's booing. They want to stand him up.
Leonard's trying to force it, and he does.
Oh, listen to this crowd go nuts.
How good is that? Let's finish this thing.
I love it.
How it started about 11 months ago.
There he goes.
Switch kick. Big swinging back fist. 1 minute. Remind me next time people ask me who are my favorite fighters that I include Leonard Garcia.
Oh,
please.
yeah, no doubt. And you know what? Nam fam, too.
Absolutely.
Because he's part of the reason why this fight is so exciting.
And he went back and forth with Mike Brown, did Fan as well. Leonard really changed the pace, though, early in the third, Joe, and gained back the momentum in this fight.
He unquestionably did, Mike.
He took it away is what he did.
Takedown!
Under 30.
And it's the way he goes after these takedowns. He's just so wild and reckless and aggressive with it. And Nam pushes him off. Nam's got to get something off, though, Mike. Again, nice leg kick.
10 seconds. Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me? How good was that?
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
They are on their feet, sold out.
We're on our feet, too.
Here inside Toyota Center.
We just stood up, both of us, clapping and cheering after this fight was over. I couldn't help myself.
Always.
Let the doctor look at you, man.
Great fight, Leonard.
And here you see Leonard Garcia eats that left hook to the body by Nam Pham, and then catches Nam with a left hook. Here's another look at it. And here Leonard Garcia just pouring it on. And Nam Pham using good defense, blocking a lot of these punches. And here's Pham turning it on. Good combination with the left hook behind it. And there's the takedown by Nam Pham. Just what a fight. That's all you can say. What a fight.
Regardless of the outcome, can they fight again, please?
Please, please. Just rest them up.
Oh.
I would like to see these guys fight once a year forever.
Absolutely. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 29-28 on all cards. For the winner by unanimous decision, Nam Pham!
Nam Pham wins the rematch. This could certainly set up a third time.
I want to get both of you guys in here because that
Joe.
might have been the craziest fight I've ever seen in my life. The last time I said that was your fight with Chan Sung Jung. What an amazing fight. You guys just went after it. That is what MMA is all about. Let me tell you something. This crowd loved it. I loved it. You guys are 1-1 right now. What do you say about another one?
No more, man.
No more.
Hey, if we come back to Houston, I'll do number 3.
Leonard Garcia, I just want to tell you that was an amazing comeback in that third round. It was incredible. Nam Pham, you put together some brilliant punching in this fight. Let's take a look at some of this action, both of you guys together, because this was just wild. Beautiful combinations here by Nam. And Leonard, you caught him early and knocked him down in the third round with a left hook, and that's when you really turned it on. Did you think you had him in trouble?
I knew I had him in trouble, but he had gathered so many points against me in the beginning. I knew if I didn't finish him, I'd probably lose the decision. Man, Houston, I love you guys, man. One of these days, I'm gonna get it together and I'm gonna win one in front of you guys.
Leonard Garcia, incredible effort. Nam Pham, brilliant, brilliant fight. Congratulations on a great victory. Can't wait to see both of you guys again. Ladies and gentlemen, Leonard Garcia and the winner, Nam Pham.
That was like Rocky and Apollo. Not gonna be no rematch. Not gonna be a rematch. We will see. What a great fight tonight. Getting set to battle the most quotable, most outspoken, and quick-witted fighter in MMA today, Chael Sonnen, against a true All-American hero, Brian Stann. And here's Joe with our keys to victory.
Wrestling, you gotta go with Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen is one of the most accomplished wrestlers in mixed martial arts, and he showed that in the Anderson Silva title fight. He has absolutely outstanding wrestling, and he should have a significant advantage over Brian Stann in this department. Striking, I give the advantage to Stann. Brian Stann is a legitimate one-punch knockout artist who has constantly improved his striking repertoire and is very, very dangerous on the feet. experience. You got to go with Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen has fought for the title. He has fought a who's who of mixed martial arts fighters and has been around for a long time in various organizations. Submissions, I go with Brian Stann. Even though a lot of people are not aware, Brian Stann has a very underrated submission game, and he used that to sneak up on Mike Messenzio and catch him in a triangle. Brian Stann, very underrated, underappreciated ground game, and I give him a slight advantage in this department over Chael Sonnen. In the world. He's got one-punch knockout power. His leg kicks are outstanding. He has no weakness. He's a freak.
Eu sou um atacante nato, eu acho que todas as minhas lutas eu sempre fui pra cima o tempo todo, eu acho que é isso que o público quer ver.
He is one of the most dynamic and explosive strikers in the game, period. This is a huge test to take on the most experienced and crafty veteran he's ever faced in his career.
We've broken down Jose Aldo's game. He is open to be countered, and I'll be the first one to take advantage of that.
Kenny is one of the smartest, most disciplined guys in the division and one of the most experienced. Now that Kenny Florian is down at 145, he is a physical threat.
All I know is it's gonna be hell for every single round, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get the title and be the featherweight champ.
Kenny is a very dangerous stand-up artist, and he is the favorite if this fight goes to the ground. No question about that.
Sou mais rápido que o Kenny Florian, então nisso eu vou usar sempre isso. Quando um bem encaixado pegar, vai acabar a luta.
Oh, hard uppercuts by Aldo. This is it. Kenny Florian set to enter the octagon for his third career UFC title fight. Here's the true story on Kenny Florian. He fell in love with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, was an outstanding Division I college soccer player at Boston College. He and his brother Keith went to Brazil to get their black belts at Gracie Barra. Then he was chosen to be on The Ultimate Fighter because Dana White was in the stands when he had a great fight against Drew Pickett. He said, "You got to be on the show, kid." At 85, he made it all the way to the finals against Diego Sanchez. Sanchez was bigger. Kenny Florian started to perfect his striking at Team Sityotung with Mark Delagrati, worked on his strength and conditioning with Kevin Kearns. He since has broadened out to his own training center, to lots of time with George St. Pierre and the TriStar Gym. This is Kenny Florian's 17th UFC fight, by far his most difficult, but if he wins, by far his most rewarding. Well, he has been to the mountain before against Sean Shirk and BJ Penn, two of the elite at 155 pounds, and that experience will come in very handy here. The 5-round fight with Shirk was a long, drawn-out war. He's been there before, and his body has acclimated to 145 pounds. The Diego Nunes fight, Diego Nunes is a very talented fighter and also a fellow Nova União fighter that shares a gym with Jose Aldo. When I asked Keith Florian what the real key to tonight's fight is for Kenny Florian to lead for the first time as a UFC champion, he said patience and pressure. And what Kenny thinks may be a key to victory is ground and pound. He thinks he might be able to get Jose Aldo on his back and rough him up. Hominick had Jose Aldo on his back, but Hominick did not have the type of ground and pound that Kenny Florian possesses, especially with his elbows. Nor, Joe, does he have the type of submission finishing ability that Kenny Florian has. In fact, Kenny Florian has finished the second most UFC fights by submission in the history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Number one is the Hall of Famer Royce Gracie. Born in Westwood, Massachusetts.
fighting out of Brookline, Massachusetts, Kenny Florian. Joey said his first cut to 145 was the toughest thing he had ever done physically and emotionally, and as you mentioned, he fought a teammate of Jose Aldo's, Diego Nunes.
And Nunes is a young, talented fighter, so it was a big test for Kenny Florian, and he passed with flying colors.
Nunes is really good, but nobody's Jose Aldo, especially in the UFC featherweight division. He is the champion at 145. Joe, how vicious is this kid? He competes at Nova União under the guidance of Andre Pederneiras with the 185-pound fighters. And as you mentioned a couple of times, the champion Anderson Silva said, if Jose Aldo was a middleweight, I'd retire. Andre told me yesterday that he literally almost broke his arm through the Thai pads. That is how vicious this kid kicks.
Well, he, much like Kenny, started out as a soccer player. And I think that there's a big correlation between playing soccer and the ability to move side to side very well and leg kicks. I think it's a very good place to start from. I think soccer players are elite athletes with movement and with kicks. And I think that really comes into play when you see how hard Jose Aldo kicks.
And the real key to watch from both men is how they step into their kicks. And Mark Delagrande has talked about it many times. Turn the hip is great, but if you can step in almost like a field goal kicker in the NFL and really torque your whole body, you can do a ton of damage.
Yes, and he does that, and he gets his kicks off very quickly too, with very little wind up. His timing is impeccable, his power is amazing, and on top of that, he has a wicked ground game that we very rarely see, and was, much like Kenny Florian, very successful in straight Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitions.
I mean, Andre said of his top student at 45 that he feels he's the better grappler. He will look to finish from all over in tonight's fight. Jose Aldo. Left hook, right kick, keep an eye out for it. It is lethal.
He loves that left hook to the body, right leg kick combination, and the way he throws it is a thing of beauty. Another thing to think of is Jose Aldo has been having a hard time making this weight cut, Mike. He's well over 165, 170 pounds before he makes his cut. And his future may very well lie in the lightweight division.
Which is interesting because Florian twice fought for the title at 155. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight between Florian and Aldo. Kenny is 3 inches taller, has a 4-inch reach advantage with the official introductions. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. And now, this fight is 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record, 16 wins, 5 losses, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Brookline, Massachusetts, presenting the challenger, Kenny Florian! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist, holding professional record, 19 wins, 1 loss, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former WEC featherweight champion and the reigning, defending UFC featherweight champion of the world, Jose Aldo Jr. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
All right, we've been through the rules in the locker room. I want you guys to obey my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. All right, good luck to both of you guys.
Here we go. I mean, can this continue to get better and better throughout the night?
We got another title fight after this, baby. Come on.
Jose Aldo. Kenny Florian.
You ready, sir? Are you ready, Kenny? Are you ready? Let's go fight, guys.
Undeniably, this is the biggest fight of his life. Florian in the black trunks, blue trunks for Aldo. Inside leg kicks will be very prevalent in this fight.
Kenny opens up with the kicks.
Kenny has got very heavy kicks and very bony the way he digs that thigh into his opponent, and those vicious elbows.
And like Aldo, we said, started out as a soccer player.
Yep. Division I at Boston College was Florian. Semi-professional in Brazil was Aldo.
Kenny also has a very sharp right jab.
Aldo pushes forward. What's going to be very, very important and imperative to Florian's success is his footwork too, which he's worked on a ton with Peter Welch in Southie.
And his stamina and composure should this fight go into the later rounds.
First against Shirk, then against Penn. Now tonight against Aldo. He got stopped. There's the power
he got
of
tagged.
Jose Aldo.
He got tagged, Mike.
Stumped and hammered on.
Kenny can take it, but that punch rocked him. He's pointing to him. What is he saying? He pointed to the referee and said something. Oh, he's saying he poked him in the eye, saying.
And Jose acknowledged it. Good lead right hook by Florian. Kenny looks for the takedown. Wow, what a scramble. Up against the cage. Right in front of his corner.
Kenny would very much like to get some ground and pound off on Jose Aldo. As we said, he saw the Mark Hominick fight, and he saw Aldo on his back and saw a lot of openings where he could have capitalized.
He's tried to take Jose Aldo down not once but twice here early, Joe. Kenny Florian has been defeated in every fight in which he was unable to land a takedown. Sanchez, Shirk, Penn, and Maynard. Every other fight he has been victorious in during his UFC career. Aldo is 19-1 overall. 12-fight win streak, hasn't lost since 2005. Midway point of the first of a potential 5 5-minute rounds.
And Kenny, even if he can't take him down here, he does take him down.
He got it. Right back up is Aldo.
And drops right back down to it. This is wearing Aldo out. Even if Kenny can't take him down, he's making him work very, very hard. And for a guy who has a hard time making this weight and had questionable stamina in the Hominick fight, this is an excellent strategy. Kenny's sneaking behind him. Kenny's got his back.
Florian has outstanding submission skills.
Aldo is attacking, though. He's looking for a Kimura on Kenny's left arm. He let that go to defend the takedown.
Remember, Aldo was able to stuff Mike Brown on numerous occasions when he looked to take him down and put him on his back. 93% takedown offense. The opponents of Jose Aldo, 2 of 28 coming into tonight on their takedowns. Combination by Florian. Pederneiras thinks that Aldo is the stronger of the two fighters. Ducks under.
Beautiful timing by Kenny Florian.
To the body. He's got him thinking, Joe.
He's imposing his will right now. You know, and Kenny Florian is one of the bigger guys in this division. That's something really to consider. At 5'10", he carries 145 pounds very well. He's very long and lanky. He's got an excellent reach, and his movement tonight is sensational.
And the real key for Florian is he wants to fight his fight because he didn't feel like he did that against BJ.
He's constantly on Jose Aldo.
Patience and pressure.
Nice knee to the body by Kenny.
Florian has said he respects the skills of Aldo immensely. Elbow.
And Kenny has some nasty elbows.
Some of the best in the business.
Very good at cutting fighters. Slices the elbow across the skin.
Left his buddy Alex Karalexis with a big scar. After a big flurry by Aldo early, good job done by Ken Flo. We got ourselves a title fight.
That's a big round for Kenny Florian.
Good stuff, man. Great stuff.
Faraz Sahabi, Keith Florian.
Nice and relaxed, man. Nice and relaxed. Did awesome. All right? That was a close round. Close round.
How do you feel? Good? Listen, we knew he was going to be explosive round number one, right? Make it a wrestling match. You're striking with him without threatening the
Let's take a look at a right hand landed by Jose Aldo. This is the one that cut Kenny. Snuck through the guard. Kenny moves away from it like a real veteran. Took away some of the power of it.
Fez a combinação indo pra trás, meu irmão, joga com tudo.
When he throws your combo, you gotta kick his leg.
Como é que tá?
How you doing?
Andre Pederneiras just awarded his 100th Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt to UFC fighter Renan Barão. Black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at Gracie Barra is Florian under Roberto Maia. Aldo, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, training in beautiful Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Again, Kenny misses the takedown but lands a nice right hand.
Kenny gonna try to circle away from that powerful right kick of Jose Aldo. Throws his own. Superman punch.
Kenny is making Aldo think.
He is one of the master strategists in this game. 17th UFC fight, Joe. I mean, the UFC record is 25. You got Koscheck and Florian. That's 17-18 from season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter.
Well, Kenny's very, very intelligent, Mike, and very disciplined as well. And he's obviously formulated an excellent game plan.
Ducks under.
And I'll tell you what, Kenny Florian has a very underrated chin, too. You know, he's only been stopped once by Diego Sanchez in the UFC, and that was a ground and pound stoppage when Diego was just, quite frankly, much bigger than him.
And he was stopped by wrestlers in Gray Maynard, in Sean Shirk. The only time he really kind of got outstruck was BJ Penn with that stiff jab he used in Philly. I mean, Shirk, he bloodied up from the bottom.
Yeah, his elbows from the bottom were outstanding in that fight. He's got Jose Aldo thinking, Mike.
Florian with the 1-2. Aldo attacks. Kick.
I'll tell you what's happened with the takedown attempts by Kenny Florian and the clinching is that it's taken away the kicks of Jose Aldo.
Which is taking away maybe his best weapon.
Oh yeah, a huge part of his arsenal. He just does not want to throw those kicks. He hasn't thrown a single one yet, and we're deep into the second round. Meanwhile, Kenny is free to throw everything. And that creates a much better distance for Kenny, who's also the taller fighter.
Florian with that 4-inch reach advantage in this featherweight title fight.
Florian's doing a lot of feinting too, throwing a lot of fakes, getting Aldo to think. There's the first kick by Aldo.
And again, and there are many people, Joe, who say the inside leg kick is more vicious than the outside leg kick because of all the nerves and you know, you don't have that big IT band on it. They both hurt, but the inside can be lethal. And look at already the red mark on the inside of the leg of both men.
Well, Aldo slaps with it. It's such a powerful kick.
And you don't want to have your buddy test out the theory at home, but they can both be very, very...
What are you encouraging?
No, not at all. That's why I said you don't. But they can
Just
be
put that
very,
out
very
there.
advantageous.
Good jab by Kenny.
Under 2 now.
I'd like to see more of those kicks from Aldo. He started it off.
Yeah, and there you go. You heard his brother Keith say, move to his left, move away from the power of the right kick. And as he moves to his left, Joe, he sets up his inside leg kick.
And he landed it twice.
Or pardon me, when he moves to his right, away from the power.
Oh, he went high with that one.
When Florian moves away, right here, circling to his left, moving to Kenny's right. Head kick.
And you hear him saying, get back, Kenny, get back.
Tossed aside. Oh! Almost connected on the way up.
Keep your hands up!
Under a minute now in round 2. Title fight. 5-minute rounds.
He keeps circling to your right!
There you go. He circles to the right again. He gets caught though.
And there's another inside leg kick. That one is very powerful. You see the redness all over the inside of the left thigh, or the right thigh rather, Kenny Florian.
Outside.
He caught him before Aldo was about to pull the trigger.
Aldo was throwing that kick and he caught the outside of his back leg. Under 30.
Well, Kenny anticipated that the kick was coming. He saw the way Aldo was looking at him, and he got off first.
Now he's going to look to do like his teammate George St. Pierre does, maybe score a takedown late in the round and steal it. Aldo connects. Round 2 complete.
Ganhou o round. Calma agora, respira.
Breathe,
Respira.
take it easy.
Olha aqui, deixa eu falar
Listen.
uma coisa. A perna dele já tá vermelha. Ele
His
já tá
leg
perdendo
is really
o
red.
movimento de andar.
He's losing his
Eu só
movement.
quero o seguinte, ele só tá entrando no teu direto. A mesma
He's
coisa
going
do
in
giro,
when you
só
throw
tá
the
entrando
front.
no teu direto. Vamos começar
The only punch that's landing,
a ganhar
it's
ele
his
só na esquiva comendo. Que quando tu fizer qualquer coisa,
When you
ele
do
vai
anything,
dar uma
he's
pra frente,
always-
se ele andar pra trás, ele não bloqueia. Entendeu?
And there's the head kick attempt by Jose, just blocked by Kenny. And there's a nice right hand by Aldo.
He's got nothing. You've felt it before. You got it?
Baby, he's getting tired, Kenny. He's getting tired.
The champion.
And you hear Kenny's corner saying he's getting
All right, let's go,
tired,
fight,
Kenny.
guys.
They believe that Aldo has a stamina problem and that he can't continue this pace into the championship rounds.
And one thing that Kenny Florian has demonstrated throughout his career is he does not have a stamina problem.
Yeah, very, very disciplined fighter.
Disciplined with his strength and conditioning, which started with Kearns, continues with Jonathan Chainberg. Very disciplined with his diet.
And Kenny's footwork and movement tonight have been excellent.
He's worked that a ton, got caught with the jab of Aldo. He has trained and acted and fought for the better part of his UFC career like a champion. The one thing he hasn't been able to become is a UFC champion. Nice. Florian, a decade older than Aldo. Look for the Superman. Again, he just adjusts that footwork, trying to keep Aldo off balance. Aldo stepped with an angle and tried to connect with the right.
Dan Mergliata is having a hard time getting out of the way of these guys. They're moving so quickly. Nice inside leg
that was
kick. That
huge.
rocked him.
And he followed it up. And Andre Pedinera said, you're taking away his mobility with those leg kicks. Keep punishing the right leg.
Right. He's absolutely right. That one hurt Kenny, for sure. He's limping a bit on it.
Yep, he got rocked and then he got followed up on. with a combination by Aldo with a big right hand. See if he goes for it again. Kenny's got to continue to circle away from that inside leg kick of Jose Aldo.
And Kenny has not been able to check any of those. And some guys don't in MMA, you know, some guys don't check the inside leg kick. They allow it to just throw their leg back. There's a bunch of different schools of thought on that.
He's moving away from it now, and he ducks under.
He ducks under, but Aldo's on top and mounts him.
Not good for Kenny Florian.
Kenny spins, but Aldo's gonna take his back if he does that. Kenny tries to get to half guard. He's gonna keep pushing on those hips. Hip escape, nicely done. Nicely done by Kenny.
With just 2 career wins by submission, but he is a black belt, as we mentioned in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
As Kenny tried to get that right leg over the top, Aldo very expertly switched the position and moved into side control. Kenny trapped the leg again. He's spinning, he's going for the deep half. Good hips by Kenny Florian in avoiding being mounted.
Trying to get the double underhooks.
He's moved it into side control, half guard, but Aldo pushes down on the leg, and Kenny did a nice job there of getting his right knee in position to keep that half guard and protect himself.
Now remember, Kenny can be very active from his back, especially with elbows.
And he's gonna make Aldo work and make Aldo tired. Aldo's not moving that much anymore, Mike. He's just kind of holding position.
And this gives at least, even though he's on top, Joe, a little break to the inside of that lead leg of Florian.
And you hear Keith screaming, underhook the single on the left side, because that's the side where Kenny has the half guard. They want him to get an underhook on that side and stand up.
Kenny Florian 12-3 since the Ultimate Fighter Season 1 finals against Diego Sanchez. Aldo has lost only 1 time in his professional career.
Right there, good job by Kenny in utilizing his knee to get into a good position. Good up kicks. Powerful up kicks by Kenny. He's kind of slamming down on him like an axe kick.
Get the wrist, Kenny!
Florian showing his fine jiu-jitsu skills in defending on his back.
Controlling the wrists. Got a hold of that single, couldn't hang onto it. Couldn't hang onto it, and he's back up. Look for that Aldo inside leg kick.
Aldo had the mount and really wasn't able to do much with it, Joe.
Aldo's looking to kick, Mike. You can see his back heel, the right leg coming up.
Florian wants to take down. Aldo #1 all-time combined in UFC WEC history with his takedown defense numbers. And he lands nearly 90% of his kicks. 10 seconds left until we hit the championship rounds.
So far, the most successful round for Jose Aldo. You see he steps in there with a jab, and this is the inside leg kick that's just devastating. And you see how he throws that? He pulls the foot up and flexes to hit with the bone.
Keep the fight standing. Don't go to the ground. You don't need it. Breathe. Listen. If you keep kicking his leg, the fight's gonna be over.
Você tá esquivando bem. Você tá metendo toda hora direto.
You're moving pretty well.
You hear me? It's gonna be you, but you gotta pressure him in there. You gotta stay out. When you're out, he's really quick and he's jumping all over. You can't just dance away. You gotta run away. You gotta get yourself out of there. You gotta hear me?
Taking the deep waters. Deep waters now. Deep waters in round. Let's go.
Deep waters indeed. Florian went the distance, 25 minutes with Sean Shirk. He went into the championship rounds with BJ Penn. We are set to start the championship round. Round number 4 here tonight. Aldo and Florian for the title. You know, the one thing we don't often see, if ever, from Kenny Florian is for him to switch his stance to orthodox, which he could do to try to protect that leg, but Kenny's not a guy who switches his stance a lot, Joe.
Well, he's checking it now. And he landed a couple of good shots of his own. And you hear Keith Florian in the corner really wants to make sure that when Aldo's attacking, that Kenny's nowhere near him. He said, just run away.
Good stiff right. That straight right, always an effective punch against the southpaw. Straight left the other way.
Kenny's doing a real good job of mixing up his punches and his kicks to keep Aldo guessing.
Again,
there's that inside. And that one hurt. That whole inside of Kenny's thigh is damaged. The difference is when Kenny lands his kicks, Aldo's taking them with no problem. They're scoring, but Aldo's taking them. When Aldo lands his kicks, every single one of them has a damaging effect on Kenny's ability to move.
Close fight here in the 4th round, although Aldo with a real nice 3rd round performance. Got the mount on a couple occasions. Looking for the takedown again. Man, what great takedown defense by the champion. And a big knee. You know, it's the little things that you see the highlight reel knockouts of Jose Aldo, those great kicks, but it's the little things that make him such a dominant fighter, starting with this takedown defense.
His takedown defense is amazing. A lot of it is because he's so athletic and explosive, and his balance is so good.
7 years ago, he came to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil with absolutely nothing. Grew up in the large city of Manaus, Brazil. Now he's the best in the world at 145. Nice knee by the champion. Florian really wants the takedown. Working for the single.
And he lost the single.
How much can Kenny explode into these takedowns with that leg so damaged?
Well, he's been fine with it, but he's putting a lot of pressure on Aldo. That's what's important. And he's making it so Aldo is hesitant to pull the trigger. And Aldo just took a big, deep breath there, Mike. That's what Kenny needs to do, a lot more of that.
And his corner called for the body kick, he threw it. And Kenny has good Muay Thai. Really polished his Muay Thai with Mark Delagrati. And Kenny has done everything his way. I think that's the most important thing. He's surrounded himself with a training team, and tonight he just wants to leave it in this championship fight, and he's pressuring him right here.
He's got to do more damage in these positions, though. There he goes. Needs more of that, more knees.
Get your fingers out of the fence.
Dan Miragliotta just telling Jose Aldo, don't hold the fence. His corner's just screaming. Zahabi, Chainberg.
Well, that's a smart thing to do, and it also gets in Jose Aldo's head. It makes him think about it.
Again, he drops for a single. High crotch.
And even though Kenny's not getting these, he's forcing Jose Aldo to wrestle and strain himself. And this, although it's not the most exciting aspect of MMA, is probably the most grueling.
And it also is octagon control, body shot.
And Kenny's the most aggressive here. He's the one who's pushing the action.
No question. And remember in Toronto that they went the distance, Jose Aldo and Mark Hominick, and Hominick almost staged a huge comeback in the 5th and final round.
Indeed.
With that huge hematoma on his forehead, days before the birth of his child.
And as Kenny is making Jose Aldo work harder and harder leading into this 5th round, it opens up the potential for him being successful.
Aldo went the distance against Uriah Faber in the WEC title fight, but really had his way with the leg kicks. Uriah was just as gutsy as you've seen taking the leg kicks. Went the distance with Hominick. And now we may be headed for the 5th, and we are.
Não quero clinch.
I don't want you to clinch.
Entendeu?
Got it?
A luta tá no mínimo 3-1 no round. Entendeu?
You're winning 3 rounds at least.
Não quero clinch.
Don't
Não
clinch.
quero clinch. Vamos comer? Vamos comer na esquiva, chutar embaixo.
Just keep moving and keep kicking him low.
Muito mais inteiro, parar. Tá saindo bem, tá fazendo essa fita.
You're doing well. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep throwing your crosses.
Tá. Só mais nada. E olha só.
Remember that one?
It's tough to get inside because he's going to run away.
What's going on? He keeps going off to the right, man, when you keep spinning off to the right.
Switch your head to the outside, high cross off the table.
You gotta kick low kicks down.
Kenny Florian, Jose Aldo. Fifth and final round. Chad Mendez, Hatsu Hayauki, Mark Hominick, Eric Koch, Dustin Poirier. Featherweights are loaded. Lightweight title fight still ahead.
Kenny's got to continue to circle towards his right, move away from the power kicks and punches of Aldo, and get something offensive in this round. These have been some very close rounds, except for the third, where Aldo dominated with top position. But other than that, they've been very close. And Kenny has been the most aggressive in this fight. Who knows how the judges are seeing this, Mike? Nice knee to the body by Kenny. He's got to do a lot more of that.
Put everything aside and let the fight take care of itself. Experience, maturity. Florian trying to secure his fighting dream of becoming a UFC champion. Under 4. Slipped. Went for a knee and slipped.
Good job of kicking the knee by Florian there from the bottom. That's a dangerous technique. Aldo's got to look out for that. He could get his leg hyperextended easily here.
And look, he changed just because of that, Joe.
Yeah, he went sideways.
Yep,
Kenny's
right foot
going to
on
attack
left knee.
the heels. Kenny doesn't like it. Or excuse me, Aldo doesn't like it. Kenny's very good from this spot. Very good protecting and very good offensively. He's looking for that axe kick, and that's why it landed so hard on the ground there. He's attacking a leg. He's lacing up a leg. Oh, he lost it totally, though.
Elbow.
Now, Kenny can't run the risk of being trapped under here in the bottom like he was in the third round.
It's a crucial time in this fight. 3 minutes left, Joe,
He's got to explode. He's got to explode. He's got to get out of here because Aldo just mounted him.
He got it again.
And he not just mounted him. He mounted him with his feet crossed underneath, which is like a guard mount. It's like having a guy in your guard, except you're mounting him. It's very difficult to shake him off. Now it's open, and he's sliding up higher, and he's going to take his back. Kenny's going to scoot out the back door. He's going to scoot out. But Aldo brilliantly waited and then pinned his knee down. And they're both moving very well here on the ground, but Aldo is maintaining the top position. Kenny's got to get out of this spot before he incurs any damage, because scoring-wise, he's definitely losing this.
Trying to get back to that mount. Florian wants to desperately get back to the feet here.
And he does.
Up.
Now
Under
Kenny's
2 minutes remains.
Gotta get something going here. Kenny has got to leave it all here.
Yeah. 1
He cannot be conservative. More than likely, he's losing this round now. You know, even though Aldo didn't do too much offensively when he got him down, he did hold him down and he did mount him.
Yeah, he gained the mount, which is huge. Under 90, and here we go.
But Kenny can take that back and he can be aggressive.
Man, what great takedown defense by Aldo. Aldo has kept his conditioning at a good level too, Joe. Both men still really trying to push 24 minutes into this fight. Final minute. As Aldo looks to defend, and Florian looks to
Ken
capture.
was just about to separate them.
The featherweight title. 40 seconds.
Kenny's got to be aggressive here. Now that he's got Aldo up against the cage, he's got to knee him, he's got to punch him, he's got to do something.
How huge would a takedown be here? Florian throws the knee. Again, he's stuffed. 20 seconds. Florian tried to deliver the elbow. The teep. 10 seconds. Both men battle to the finish. We have gone the distance. 5 5-minute rounds. Has Florian done enough? Or has Aldo defended?
The real question is the 3 rounds that there wasn't a clear winner, because there's 2 rounds where I believe Aldo probably very clearly won. The 3rd and the 5th. The other ones, you know, you'd have to go over with a fine-tooth comb. What do you score more, the dominant power of the leg kicks that Aldo landed, or the number of kicks that Kenny landed?
Yeah, that's the great question when it comes to this point.
It's no question that the more devastating blows were landed by Aldo, even though there weren't nearly as many as we've seen in some of his other fights. And Aldo did control on the ground. There you see Aldo holding him down and elbowing him there. And here's Aldo's celebration flip. That could hurt your ankles.
It's now in the hands of the judges.
Switch, guys. Yep. Kenny, over here, please. Kenny.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 49-46, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Jose Aldo Jr.
All right, folks, I am here with the champion and still champion, Jose Aldo Jr. Give us your thoughts on the fight, and did it go the way you expected?
Fala o que você achou da luta e se ela foi como você esperava.
Foi mais ou menos o que a gente esperava, pelo fato de o Kenny ser um estrategista. O Kenny é um ótimo lutador, já passou disputando várias categorias, então ele estava jogando no meu erro, então procurei conter mais um pouco o ânimo. Desculpa, mas na próxima eu vou ver melhor.
Yeah, it played out great. He's a very strategic fighter, so he's a very smart and experienced guy, and I just had to go in there and impose my game. Next time I'm going to come out and put on an even better fight for you guys.
It seemed that Kenny's strategy was to use a lot of movement and to try to pin you up against the cage and wear you down. Is that something that you expected?
Você esperava que ele ia usar o movimento, ação e te colocar na grade?
Eu sabia que ele ia colocar na grade ali, eu defendo muito bem. Eu olhei a luta dele com o BJ, com todo mundo. Ele sempre chegava ali na grade e segurava, então eu já esperava isso. Procurei defender e acertar os golpes aos poucos.
Yes, I expected him to pin me against the cage. I watched his fight against BJ Penn, and he did the exact same thing, and I just had to be able to defend it.
It seemed that one of the techniques that you were having great success with was the inside leg kick. You really hurt him with that. Why didn't you throw more of those?
Por que você não continuou chutando ele e você estava machucando?
Ele estava querendo botar para baixo no meu chute ali, no meu direto. Qualquer movimento que eu fizesse, ele ia entrar nas minhas pernas, então eu procurei conter mais o chute. Eu acho que dava para encaixar vários, mas eu mantive ali a calma e procurei valorizar mais a vitória.
You know, he was always trying to looking to take me down, and when I would throw that kick, he was always trying to take me down again, and my crosses and my movement, so I just had to do that, and I knew I could land more kicks, but I knew I had to defend the takedowns.
Well, the takedown defense was brilliant. Congratulations on retaining your title.
Eu só tenho que agradecer e dar parabéns para ele. É o aniversário do Derek aqui, então a vitória vai para ele. E mandar um beijo lá para Manaus, Amazonas. A comunidade Santa Amaro está em peso lá torcendo por mim. Então, muito obrigado a todo mundo, Rio de Janeiro, Brasil. Obrigado, valeu, torcida jovem.
He gave me a happy birthday and he said hello to everyone.
48-46, Maynard. 48-46, Edgar. And 47-47. This fight is considered a draw.
Draw? 5 rounds, and yet still a draw.
I thought I did enough to win, but you know, a close fight like that, you really never know.
I didn't think it was that close.
Very, very rare to have a draw in MMA at all, and even more rare to have a draw during a title fight.
First round, I'm thinking, this is done.
It was such an incredibly dominant round for Gray Maynard.
He had him hurt and he smothered him, but then he didn't find that shot that was going to end the night.
It's hard to believe that Frankie even has a chance to survive, and not just survive, but to come back and arguably win the second.
No matter how down you are in a fight, you're never out.
Edgar scores. He got rocked. What a second round by Frankie Edgar.
And he connected Gray. Nails him again. What a fight.
10 seconds left in the fight. Swinging to the finish. They go the distance.
After a fight like that and then a draw, you know, you want to have an outcome. You can find out who the real winner is.
They have to resolve this. They have to fight again.
This is it. You got to make it happen. I want to take him out. I want to finish him.
The result wasn't what I wanted. This third fight, I want to be done with him. I'm sick of thinking about him.
Can he finish it?
You know, it isn't if, it's when. All the blood, sweat, and tears, they're going to pay off right now.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a man in a hurry. He's wasting no time running to the octagon, and I guarantee you that's the style of fighting that he's going to employ tonight when he steps inside of it.
He's got a lot of fans in the house tonight, including his biggest fan, his father, Jan Maynard, two-time Ohio State wrestling champion at Cleveland South High School in 1961 and 62. Gray was named after Gray Simons, a two-time Olympian, Hall of Fame coach. Gray Maynard is also joined by Kendall Cross, the 96 Olympic champion, and St. Edward's High School legend, Alan Fried. I mean, he has got the wrestling community in which he has truly become an elite athlete through that sport, all in his corner for the completion of the trilogy tonight. Gray Maynard, the bully, unbeaten in his MMA career, steps in. This time, he wants to leave with the belt. Gray, the bully Maynard. The top pick of BJ Penn. On season 5 of The Ultimate Fighter, fights tonight again for the lightweight title. You know, Joe, the craziest part of this story, which is Maynard Edgar, is that it was actually Gray Maynard who was supposed to get a title shot against BJ Penn in Abu Dhabi, but Dana White was unimpressed with his performance against Nate Diaz, gave the opportunity to Edgar, and in the building where we saw Matt Serra upset GSP, we see a rival in the upset column of Frankie Edgar defeating BJ Penn not once, but twice.
Which was a pretty crazy and unexpected turn of events, but Frankie Edgar snuck by in the first fight and dominated the second fight and showed that improvement that we were talking about. He is a better fighter, no doubt about it, than when we last saw him. The thing is, I bet Gray Maynard is as well, and I am so excited to see what happens here tonight and who imposes their style and strategy and improvements.
If you watch Countdown to UFC 136, they had a great, series of shots where they were both watching the last fight. Edgar surrounded by family and friends, Maynard like a man truly possessed in his kitchen on a small little screen. Angered, not disrespecting Frankie Edgar, but angered because he has had to wait for a belt which he believes belongs to him.
There's no lack of motivation in this title fight for either man.
Both men have earned and deserve some closure. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. Maynard, 3 years older, 2 inches taller, 2-inch reach advantage. Let's continue the battle with the introductions. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Executive Director William Kuntz. Deputy Director Brian Francis. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Doug Crosby, Nelson Hamilton, and Cecil Peoples. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Josh Rosenthal. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. From the sold-out Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record, 11 wins, no losses, 1 draw, no contest. Standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the challenger, Gray, the Bully Maynard! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record, 13 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 154 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Toms River, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Lightweight Champion of the World, Frankie the Answer Edgar!
All right, gentlemen, this is for the title. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all times, defend yourselves all times. Touch gloves, go back, let's do this.
They have already spent 40 minutes in battle, 8 rounds of competition inside the octagon. Let's start round 9.
You ready? Let's fight!
And here we go. Gray trunks for Maynard, very low in his stance. A true wrestling setup there. White and red and black trunks for Frankie Edgar, the champion, whose average fight time, Joe, has been 16 minutes and 14 seconds. Really good footwork, very good boxing. And the craziest thing is Edgar is really one of the smaller guys at 155.
Well, he doesn't cut any weight at all, Mike. he walks around at 155 pounds.
Nice combination by the champion.
But he believes it gives him a speed and stamina advantage. But he has considered moving to 45.
Well, there was also a time where 45 wasn't included inside the octagon, and Frankie said, I want to be a UFC champion. Well, now he can shine at 45. But first things first, and that is this title matchup. And trying to defeat the only man to ever better him, to ever even fight to a draw with him.
He has to be careful in moving towards his left, Mike. He continues to move towards his left. And when he does that, Gray Maynard is looking to step into it and hit him with a right hand as he's moving.
And Gray has huge power.
Big power, especially in that right hand.
Edgar swarms on him. The speed and perseverance of the answer, Frankie Edgar. Father of two, little Frankie and 18-month-old Santino. His father, truly, Frank Edgar, his biggest fan.
He's moving to his left now, again, towards the right hand of Maynard. Occasionally, he switches it, moves towards his right.
Maynard, an All-American at Michigan State, college roommate of Rashad Evans.
Oh, he got hurt. He got hurt bad.
Big uppercut by Gray Maynard. And again with the uppercut. Ducking under for the single is Frankie. Watch out for the big uppercuts.
He hit a big knee. He hit a big knee.
Maynard trying to tee off here early. It all changed with the uppercut. And again he looked for it.
He's still right in front of him, Mike. He's still woozy.
This looks a lot like what we saw on January 1st.
Right hand by Frankie.
But a little more return from Frankie here early.
But Frankie's got to recover here. He's got to move and recover.
Big right hand by Gray Maynard.
His eyes still aren't completely clear.
New Jersey is full of tough dudes. This might be the toughest kid ever from the Garden State. Wanted the uppercut again. Switching stances is Edgar.
Oh, he got that right hand.
Grabbing onto the leg. Josh Rosenthal all over the action. 90 seconds on the clock here in the first. Uppercut. Maynard trying to be the bully here. Stuffed easily.
He's got to move. And Gray Maynard's got to close the distance.
With the uppercut.
Gray's having amazing success with that uppercut, Mike.
He has added that to his repertoire for this fight. He looked for it again. Because it was the hook that did the damage in the second fight, Joe. Frankie's in trouble.
Head kick.
But then again, didn't we say that once before?
Oh, big knee.
Maynard trying to finish the champion.
Frankie's nose is broken. It's leaking like a faucet.
Eagle. Looking to leave with the belt. Just over 30 seconds. Again he gets rocked.
Big left hook by Maynard.
And
another
again with the right hand. Should we say it again? What is keeping Frankie Edgar standing? Under 20.
Is much more disciplined in his response this time.
If it makes it another 10 seconds, he'll be a different fighter in the second round tonight than he was in Las Vegas.
Much more conservative in his attack. Look at him, he's fine. He's not gassed out at all.
They have now fought for 45 minutes.
Huge, huge first round for Gray Maynard.
Put water on him. Put water on him, Mark. Put water on him, Mark.
Don't freeze on the six.
The lead six.
Freeze on the lead uppercut. You're hitting with anything you want.
And here we see the devastating right uppercut of Gray Maynard. He stepped into that too, Mike. Got a lot of punch behind it. And then he caught Gray with a straight right hand, and then Gray caught him with a right hand and dropped him here. And here's a big knee by Gray Maynard. Just a huge, huge first round for Gray Maynard.
Establish that jab. Snap his head back, look for that up jab. Okay? Those flying knees look beautiful. Hey, if you want to take him down, man, you can anything else.
Take him down, baby. At the end of the round, baby.
This is a fresh Gray Maynard about to start the second.
Yeah, this is a guy that learned so much from that first fight.
You can just see from his physique the way that he's rehydrated himself with the support and aid of Mike Dolce, with his strength and conditioning at Extreme Couture. Very different than January 1st.
Well, he most certainly benefited from the experience of that first fight, and he looks great coming into the second round.
Low again in that wrestling stance. I mean, Gray even said when he talked about the last fight, Joe, that he had to use really the second round to try to recover from the first. Watch for the sixth, the lead uppercut. Switching the stance, the champion, back to orthodox. (11-0-1) with 1 no contest for Gray Maynard. Unbeaten as a professional. Frankie Edgar 13-1-1. He is 13 in Gray Maynard.
Gray much more composed here in the second round, being very patient. He knows he's way ahead after that first round, and Frankie Edgar has to come after him. Good left hook by Frankie.
Body head with the hook. Switches that stance again.
I wonder if when he's switching, he's thinking about taking Gray down. Most wrestlers, instead of boxers, if they have a strong right hand, they lead with the left, whereas wrestlers, if they're right-handed, step with the right foot forward.
Well, Gray Maynard is not easy to take down, and Frankie has only been successful 4 of 16 takedown attempts against Gray coming into tonight's third fight. Trying to establish the jab. Let those quick hands go. Blood dripping from the nose of the champion. Past the midway point of round 2.
Frankie Edgar's doing a very good job so far in this round of boxing, Mike, of moving.
And recovering to a certain degree,
yeah,
Joe.
Well, Gray's allowed him to. There's a good right hand by Frankie, but the right hands just don't have the same impact as the ones that Gray lands. When Gray lands, Frankie gets shook up. When Frankie lands, Gray eats it.
What you're talking about, as you said, a guy in Frankie Edgar who walks at about 155, 160, and a guy like Gray Maynard who walks upwards near 200 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, he has gotten big with his lifting, and now as you can see, it's different though here, Joe. You can just tell from his body composition, he approached this one differently.
I don't think he's ever really gotten to 200 pounds.
I saw him, yeah. Did a lot of powerlifting earlier, especially for his battles with Diaz and Florian when he felt like he could overpower, fight like a bully, if you will. Just over a minute now in round 2. And the real key, as you've talked about, is how does the fighter approach the ability to peak tonight when it's all on the line? Good body shot.
Excellent body shot there by Frankie. But the body shot is not going to, whoa, head kick. It's not going to have the same kind of impact as the ones that Gray's throwing. Inside leg kick by Frankie. Again, it's a volume overpower shot situation.
Well, the difference in this round, too, is yes, the recovery is evident for Edgar, but Edgar was really kind of very creative with his takedowns and much more aggressive on January 1st. A very big first round for Gray Maynard. And the second has 15 seconds on the clock. He wanted to load up on that uppercut.
Good combination by Edgar there. Good left hook. That's one of the few punches that Gray's landed in this round. He basically took that round off. Much more conservative than the first fight, but maybe a little too conservative in that second round. He allowed Frankie Edgar to get back into it.
Mark, give me the ice. Give me the ice, Mark.
Listen.
Hey, get the ice. Get the ice. Get the ice.
Keep your movement going and lean in with that free after the two every time. Then slide, step out when you're done. Listen.
Deep breath, Frankie.
Lean back.
Calm your breathing. Calm your breathing.
Don't flinch back. Keep your hips down. Hands relaxed up.
Hey,
you understand what I'm saying?
We are 1 point behind.
After you
Let's
throw
go 1 point at a time.
Lean in with that three hard as heck. Keep it to the
Deep breath. He's seen the high kicks. Give me a low kick.
Okay.
Switch it up.
The knee pick is there. Okay? You haven't shot once yet.
Yeah.
Who's the better wrestler here?
Yeah. Hey.
And the knee pick with the combos after it.
When he's stepping to your right, you throw the hook. When he's stepping to your left, you throw the right hand.
Gil Martinez in the corner of Gray Maynard.
Pile him up. Pile him up.
Started wrestling at age 3, did Maynard. Joined Randy Couture's camp in Las Vegas in January of 2006. 9 months of anger and frustration. Climaxing here tonight for both men. Early in round 3, let's see if Maynard pushes the pace, Joe. And his corner said, hey, don't forget, don't abandon the takedown. Who's the better wrestler here? In their opinion, it's Maynard.
Fingers right.
Frankie, a 4-time Division I national qualifier at Clarion University, All-American in freestyle. Edgar, a very decorated All-American at Michigan State. Knee.
Oh.
106 wins as a Spartan.
Again, Gray Maynard is looking for that uppercut. Edgar avoided it, but Gray is throwing it with so much power. He's just stepping into it as well.
A great featherweight title fight, and another fine battle here for the lightweight title.
Nice leg kick there, executed by Edgar. And Edgar got a hold of a single here.
As good as Maynard was in round 1, as you said, Joe, he's got to be careful not to let Frankie get right back into this fight.
And I think he already has done that. And Frankie has relaxed and gotten into a rhythm, a good moving rhythm, and Gray's having a hard time catching him now. Nice leg kick by Frankie.
And answered by Maynard.
Powerful response by Maynard.
Two great competitors leaving it all here in Houston for the lightweight belt. Under 3 in the 3rd. The last one went the distance. Maynard hasn't driven for that shot. Frankie's tough to take down, especially since he has improved his footwork so drastically, Joe.
Well, he's much less predictable than he used to be early in his career, and his footwork, combined with his speed, makes him very difficult to find.
I mean, 9 of 10 in the first fight in 08, 3 of 11 in the second. Some of it was due to the fatigue of Maynard, but some of it, as you said, was due to the great improvement of Frankie Edgar.
And then there's also there's a good uppercut there by Maynard. And there's also the factor of the weight cut that Frankie doesn't have to deal with, that he believes is his advantage. The fact that he fights at his natural weight, he does not dehydrate himself. Whereas Gray, nice right hand by Frankie. Gray certainly cuts a lot of weight.
"90 seconds
Beautiful
remain in the
right
third."
leg kick, and then look how he avoids the right hand counter by Maynard. Frankie's really found a good rhythm here, Mike.
His head work is so good. His head movement, his footwork. He just slips underneath and gets out of harm's way. In fact, he was the first to score in the first round before Maynard started unloading on that uppercut in another combination.
Nice combination by Edgar. Maynard's really having a hard time finding his rhythm again, Mike, and I think it's because he took that second round off. So well in the first. Oh, that was a haymaker of a right hand. If that one landed, Edgar would have been in all sorts of trouble.
45. It was inevitable that the rematch, the third fight, had to happen. And it does here as both men recovered from some injuries, Joe. Gray Maynard was ready to fight injured in the rematch initially. Then Frankie was banged up as well, so they waited till they were close to 100% here tonight. Final seconds of the third round.
That was a beautiful combination right there. Went for the leg, couldn't get it, threw a leg kick, landed, got out of the way of the counter.
A dominant first round by Maynard, not as dominant as he was on January 1st. Another good round for Edgar, the champion.
And here we see that nice inside leg kick by Gray Maynard. And there's a response by Frankie Edgar. And notice how when Edgar kicks or punches, he gets right out of there as soon as he lands.
The kicks are there, man. The kicks are there, man. The kicks are there. You gotta score. You gotta take every chance to score. Frankie, the fight is a draw right now, man. We're even on points. We're even on points. Let's go 1 point at a time.
Before you throw, control him and then throw out. Listen to me. When you start walking him back, if you're gonna keep punching, I need you to step and punch. Okay. No less than 4. You understand me?
Deep breaths, coach talking.
Okay, no less than 4. But changing the level down, baby, so that you don't
fill it up.
Changing the level down so you don't get taken down.
One key factor that Randy Couture, the Hall of Famer, talked about was for Gray to use his wrestling and don't be one-dimensional. Gray Maynard hasn't really looked to take Frankie Edgar down.
No, he hasn't. Well, you know, when you get success with punches and you land them and you hurt the guy so bad, that becomes your primary focus. And Gray Maynard has become a one-punch guy.
Maynard saying, or pardon me, Edgar saying that Maynard might have accidentally got him in the eye again. Josh Rosenthal talks to both fighters quickly. Gray became a title contender by bullying people. Can he bully Frankie Edgar here in the championship rounds?
Well, his nickname really is about his dogs. You know, if you talk to him, he has bullies.
Yeah.
You know, and he loves his dogs, and that's where he got his nickname. But he does have that bully style of fighting.
Stays at distance here. Nice jab, better answer.
Beautiful combination by Frankie.
The quick hands and effective of the champion, circling around, displaying the footwork that we first really saw at this level against BJ Penn. Tucks under, can't get it.
Takedown attempt by Gray and a nice knee by Gray.
Nice stuff by Edgar. Again, look at the head movement. Edgar slipping those punches. Under 3.5.
Nice right hand. That one hurt him.
And an uppercut by Frankie.
That right hand really got his attention, Mike. You can see it in his eyes. And again, and a good counter by Gray.
Gray had Frankie in some trouble in the first. Edgar has worked his way back to getting the better of the stand-up exchange here in the fourth. Nice kick.
Leg kick. He's doing a great job of mixing things up and being unpredictable.
The only fighter to ever survive 3 knockdowns in one fight, let alone 1 round. Edgar. Wrestled in the same conference as Josh Koscheck. Looking for his 3rd title defense.
Good stuff. Amazing movement by Frankie. Another right hand, grazed.
Maynard looking for a big counter, Joe. But as you said, Edgar's in and then he's out. Look, right there, boom, boom, and he's out.
Good combination there, good right to the body, and Grace swinging it air, trying to respond.
"90 seconds. The 12th round of competition between these men.
And you hear Gilbert, his boxing trainer, oh, he heard him!
Uppercut by Edgar! Edgar looking for the finish! Maynard's in trouble! It's all over!
Unbelievable!
Frankie Edgar remains the lightweight champion!
Wow!
That, my friends, is closure!
Wow! Closure indeed, and how sweet it must be after that devastating first round. Frankie Edgar's lips on the camera. Wow. Gray Maynard is in disbelief here. Here it is. It's that uppercut that had him badly hurt. And Frankie picked his shots. Uppercut again. Right hook. Let's see it again. That right drops him. That one takes him out. Frankie jumps on him, and he's face first and out.
Toughest kid ever from Jersey.
Wow, and let's see it again. That one drops him, and this is the finishing shots here. No doubt about it, face down. Frankie Edgar retains his title in devastating and very satisfying fashion for him.
And avenges the only loss and the only draw of his MMA career. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Rosenthal has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 54 seconds of round number 4, declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Frankie the Answer Edgar.
Wow! That's all I can say about that is just wow. Frankie, amazing, amazing fight, amazing victory. Take us back to the first round. You got hurt in that first round. What were you thinking while this was going on? He caught you with a big uppercut. What was going through your mind?
You know, that first fight, well, that last fight we had, you hurt me the first round, and I don't know, man. Maybe I want to just make it as exciting. Who knows?
Well, you managed to keep your wits about you in the first round. You had good defense, even though you got caught by some big shots. But just like in the second fight, you came back in the second round and started taking over, slowly but surely. And here's the end. Talk us through the finish.
You know, I hit him with a right hand. Like I think on a transition, I seen him rocked, and I just went in for the kill, man.
Amazing, amazing comeback, amazing victory.
I'm dedicating this one to my family
and my teammates, my friends, if it wasn't out there, man, this ain't easy fighting someone 3 times. Gray forced me to bring the best out of myself, so I want to thank him and his team too. I told the mama's boy I shout him out, so I got to shout him out. And TR, baby, bringing the belt where it belongs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Frankie Edgar.
I love my kids at home. I miss them. I'm coming home.
Frankie and Santino, TR, Toms River, New Jersey. The celebration inside the octagon for Frankie Edgar and a devastated Gray the Bully Maynard in disbelief. Defeated for the first time in his professional career. There's Frankie's wife, Renee. The executive producers of the Ultimate Fighting Championship are Frank Fertitta III, Lorenzo Fertitta, and UFC President Dana White. Our supervising producer is Craig Borsari. Tonight's show produced by Bruce Connell. Directed by Anthony Pasquale G. Ordano. Alan Connell, Joe Silva, very busy. Our crew did a wonderful job. Flip, I hope you feel better. Our cameramen gave it everything tonight in Houston. As did Leonard Garcia and Nam Fan. Fan with the victory as they met again. The sights and sounds of a battle inside the octagon. The All-American hero, the All-American wrestler, and embracing the grind and setting up one of the most anticipated title fights and a rematch in UFC history, Chael Sonnen and the lovely Shondella. A sold-out house that were on their feet continuously throughout this night. Florian goes the distance. He limps out though because Jose Aldo is truly as good as anyone in the world right now. And he remains the featherweight champion. Sugar Rashad watching our main event of the evening, the 3rd time they would meet. Frankie Edgar, Gray Maynard. It was all about closure. And after a big round 1 again,